These are kind of live for Fizz. Let's start the 50-yard indoor war.
And here we go. The kickoff is deep, and Tampa Bay will bring it back. Orlando won the toss and deferred the choice until the second half. And Tampa Bay has a terrific return out near midfield. George LaFrance, number 25, one of the great offensive specialists in Arena Football League history. His quarterback, the other offensive specialist, is Jay Gruden, having a marvelous season, but he has been banged up early this year, coming around of late. He's out of Louisville, where he played for Howard Schnellenberger. LaFrance moves in for the injured Stevie Thomas as the offensive specialist. Chicolo, Dalkey, Bembry, Lyles, Bird, and Brown are the players that will play both on offense and on defense. Now from the 19-yard line, after LaFrance stepped out of bounds, Gruden will start his offense. And he goes right to the air, completes the pass. Now it is broken up. Bobby Bird with the catch, but Bird could not hold on. It is incomplete, second down and 10. For the Predators, they're Iron Men, meaning the guys who will play both on the defensive line and on the offensive line. Jackie Walker, Rusty Russell, Webby Burnett. Their linebackers, Odom and Billy Owens right now, also play fullback and wide receiver. Wagner is the DB and wide receiver. The defensive specialist, Rockmore, has 49 career interceptions. And Bernard Clark out of Miami, he played his college football for Jimmy Johnson at the Miami Hurricanes. LaFrance is the man in motion on second and 10. And Gruden had to throw it away. It will be third down and 10 yards to go. Jage is throwing it away. He is a very wise quarterback who has thrown for 46 touchdowns this year and has only been intercepted 11 times.
And more importantly, you will not intimidate him. Pressure, again, is monstrous. These guys are the best in the league. We mentioned that in the open. They just keep coming. They've got great depth. There we see a little hugging, a little pulling down. And this time he really does the safe thing with the football. What you don't want to do is turn it over against the Predators.
Jay's numbers, we told you about the 46 touchdowns this year, 2,425 yards passing, but he has been under a lot of pressure this year. He had a first-degree separation of his shoulder against Charlotte. This is the healthiest he has been all year. On third and 10, the pass is incomplete, and Tampa Bay must go for the field goal. LaFrance was the intended receiver. Again, no Stevie Thomas. He turned an ankle against Arizona 2 weeks ago and hasn't played since, but they say he will be ready in their playoff opener next week.
I talked to him. He said he can't wait to get in next week's football game. They think that this is obviously the rival game, but that may have more significance next week because it's do or die.
Well, here is Mike Lozecki on for the field goal. He has a great leg and he hammers it well. It is off the left side of the nets, taken by Herky Walls, one of the outstanding return men in this game. And Herky's down the sideline up near the 15-yard line. Timeout on the field. A scoreless ball game between Tampa Bay and Orlando.
Fresh baked bread, piled with extra lean, juicy ham. Oven roasted turkey breast, topped with a classic taste of...
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
But of course.
Introducing Subway's new Turkey and Ham Dijon. Turkey, ham, and the great taste of Grey Poupon mustard, now for a limited time on your choice of rolls. At Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
Some people were born to live the Western life.
All right, then, let's kill some people.
These people
I couldn't. I'm anti-handgun.
were born to leave it.
I say you're a bunch of sissies. Why don't you leave the West to the real men?
Oh, Butch, get over yourself.
So they blazed a new trail back east.
Wagons! East!
John Candy, Richard Lewis.
Are we there yet?
I will turn this wagon around right now.
Wagons East, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, August 26th at a theater near you.
Can you keep me a record?
Arena Football on ESPN is brought to you by Rydell, the official helmet and protective equipment supplier of Arena Football, and by Subway, the place where fresh is the taste. There is Duke Tobin, the quarterback who did not start at Colorado. He was a backup for Cordell Stewart. only threw for 186 yards in his college career with the Buffaloes. The son of Bill Tobin, the Indianapolis Colts vice president, but had quite a game last week, leading Orlando to a victory over Arizona, where Duke threw for 3 touchdowns and ran for 2 more.
Seagull double post on 2. Ready? 5.
His offensive specialist is Herky Walls and goes to the top of your screen. Barry Wagner, Billy Owens, with Wagner now in motion. Tobin deep to Walls. It's broken up at the 13-yard line. Excellent coverage from number 1, Latrod Garner, who they just acquired this week from Alabama State. The offensive specialist for Orlando, Tobin, we told you about from Colorado, and Herky Walls, who was a great speedster at Texas. And the Predators, who will go both ways. We told those guys to you. Garner from Alabama State, his first game with the Arena Football League as a defensive specialist. And Tracy Sanders, the cousin of Dion. From the 12-yard line, it is 2nd down and 10. Tobin has quick feet, but has a very short gain up to the 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and nearly 7 yards to go, Doc.
Well, you mentioned one thing about his feet. That is one a positive attribute. He does not want to run. I mean, Duke said before, but he's not scared to. I asked him, what do you think you do best? He said, courage. I want to compete.
Well, there is Perry Moss, 67 years old, has a record of 11-0. Twice he has won the Arena Football League Coach of the Year title.
1965 in the Continental League with Charleston, he was 17-0, so he's been undefeated before.
Well, let's see how he fares tonight. The final regular season game of the year, and Duke Tobin going deep. Barry Wagner. It is intercepted. Latrod Garner. How about this start by Garner? They just pick him up this week. He is a rookie out of Alabama State, breaks up the first pass, and now a critical interception.
The most important thing is that he follows through. They would like to get a little more of a bump there. That's not exactly what they want. Sanders didn't get the bump. There you got the big body. Gardner closes in and catches the football. In championship play, defensive backs, you get your hand on it, you've got to convert. That was excellent.
Well, Tampa Bay gets it back after losing their last 2 ball games. They were really humbled at Arizona 2 weeks ago and were surprised by Las Vegas last week. They will run the football, and Tampa Bay gets a good run, and slamming down at the 10-yard line is number 8, Eddie Brown, who comes in as a wide receiver. There's Larry Kuharich.
The guy loves to run the football. He's going to put the pressure. Sylvester Brimley that time had an excellent block. He's a hard-nosed guy. Kuharich understands what it takes to win the big game. They went to the jungle a year ago and pulled it off. He's told us early on that we've had a great week of practice, and he feels like his guys are primed. Forget the last 2 weeks.
He has been with his club since its beginning in 1991 and been part of 2 Arena Football League championships. Gruden completes the pass to LaFrance, and George has the first down up to the 19-yard line.
Well, you know it's tough. You lose a player like Stevie Thomas to your offense, who's been a game breaker. But LaFrance has definitely won a couple of championships in his own right. When you take another look at it, Gruden again, under center, gets back, and what he's looking for again is a real nice throwing lane. You get that lane, the ball's there, receiver catches, and you get upfield real quick. Doesn't look complicated, but boy, it's effective.
And Gruden is very clever at finding his secondary receivers. Seen that the last 4 years with him. They'll run it again. This time it's George LaFrance. He's got another first down. You were telling me when we started this season, Rick, that George LaFrance, one of the great players in Arena Football League history.
And see, once again, the running game. You look at Sylvester Brimley again. He comes on the toss. Orlando, they got some of their own message. You see people on the ground. The white shirts are on the ground because the wide receivers are blocking. You cannot be effective in offensive football running the ball without your wide receivers chipping in and getting the nose bloody.
They went to Little Baker College, just south of Lawrence, Kansas, and the Kansas Jayhawks. And they will run left again, and this is Kuharich. He likes to run. There is a flag on the play as Eddie Brown sneaks it inside the 15-yard line, but this might be holding against the Storm.
Well, they'll bring it back, but the message is very, very clear. They are going to run the football at Barry Wagner. Wagner, the best two-way player in arena football, plays about 58 minutes a game. So you're going to come at 82. You're going to continue to run and get bodies at him.
Jack Baker saying it was a low block, so the penalty against Tampa Bay. Yeah, we talked to Larry Kuharich today, the head coach of Tampa Bay, and we asked him what were the keys to winning, and he said pound 82, run at them.
Number 3 on the offense, 8-yard penalty, repeat first down.
And he also said chop him, do whatever he can, but pound Barry Wagner.
Well, you're going to watch the outside receivers, and the key to it is that these guys have awards, and they've got to get there. You see it right there. It's coming in this block. Their job is to come after him, get him on the ground. If they throw, they put in a few bucks, maybe a couple of hamburgers, you name it, and the guy who gets the best knockdowns gets taken out to dinner.
After the 8-yard penalty, it's 1st and 18. Gruden upset with his receiver Eddie Brown for lining up in the wrong spot. Now Jay's in trouble. Down he goes, 12-yard line. And I think he is upset with Eddie Brown for lining up in the wrong spot, and someone then missed a block.
Well, that's going to happen. You get a big play, you get a penalty, you come back out, guys go out in the wrong formation. You're not where you want to be. Nice shot, Gruden again. They want to fake the toss. They were successful 3 times with it. Somebody doesn't block the back door, and there's Mr. Butkus. Paul McGowan comes. We call him Rambo.
So now from the 12-yard line, they're going backwards. And it is 2nd down and 32 yards to go.
Boy, Odoms and McGowan, these two guys give them probably some of the best linebacker play in the league.
Gruden needs 32. He gets some back up to the 25-yard line in midfield. And Eddie Brown, gets him about 15 yards back. So back to the original, well, the past line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and nearly 18 yards to go.
Well, receiver coach Max Singleton said they're going to definitely have to get to Eddie Brown a lot. He's going to have to take up some slack. This is predator football. This is what they do. They come after you. They make you get uncomfortable, get out of your throwing lane. That time Gruden showed you why he's a winner. It was ugly, but it worked.
Now he just needs 19 for the 1st down on 3rd down. And it looked like jumping off sides might have been Victor Hall. Oh, he was trying to lean away. Now it was Eric Drakes.
Oh, you see Drakes and Hall. Hall leads the Arena League in sacks. He's the guy that gets to the quarterback. There's Kuharich pumped up.
Offsides, 87 on the defense, 3-yard penalty, 3rd down.
A good quarterback will get you 2 or 3 of these a game. You think of the Elways, the guys with the real good non-rhythmic snap counts. And they will force you off the line. You see more of it in the 4th quarter than the 1st, but this shows you the rivalry and how fired up both sides are.
It's now 3rd down and 16. Let's listen to the cadence of Jay Gruden as he tries and draws him offside again.
Say it, hey!
Just on one. Gruden throwing left. Broken up beautifully by Barry Wagner. 8 times this year he has been the Iron Man of the week, and we see why once again, because of his great defensive play as well as his offensive play.
Well, he's the absolute best. He is the best. Again, as you watch it, Gruden back, he is looking where he wants to throw first error, and the error is going to happen this. You see the break. See, the break comes here. Here's Wagner on the ball. He becomes a receiver again. That's one of the reasons of playing going both ways in this league. You won't see it done any better.
So now from 36, a fake, and Gruden going for the pass, completes it for the 1st down inside the 10-yard line. How about that? A fake field goal, 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Wow. Boy, we saw it last night in Charlotte. And here again, you watch the tight end here in your circle. They get the fake. Momentum is going to go here. Well, you got outside receivers trying to clear it out. He's there, wide open, kind of settles down. Pretty tough for big guys not to get over anxious, but he didn't. And the ball comes in. I mean, well done. Very well done, especially for these linemen.
And this is difficult area to score in against Orlando. 33 times teams have been inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal, and only come up with 15 touchdowns. They're going to run it, and they're going to try and power it in with their big fullback Billy Stewart, and he gets a short gain inside the 5-yard line, though. I mean, 3 times last week, Doc, Arizona had a 1st and goal inside the 10, and they didn't score.
Well, no one does this better. They have just been so good because two reasons. One, their size.
Let's go. Left trips. Left trips, 26 scat. First sound. Ready? Hurry up. Left trips, left trips. God damn it.
Well, you see he wanted him on the other side, and Gruden gets his way, and they're going to run that way. And again, it will be Stewart lunging in. He will score the touchdown.
Lyles. Boy, Lyles. This is the thing about him. 4 fullback. Pearson, Lyles, Graham, Braswell. Power football again. Larry Herrick wouldn't have it any other way. A little grabbing going on. See, he could go down. An average back goes down. He will not go down on this play. You get the lunge and score. In a big game, you got to have 2 or 3 players step up and play beyond themselves. 32, Robert Lyles.
Robert Lyles with the touchdown. And the point after touchdown is off to the right side. So the new kicker, Mike Lozecki from the Canadian Football League, misses wide right. But still, Tampa Bay has struck first. 6-0 leaders on undefeated Orlando.
Has Saturday night lost its magic?
Honey, what do you say you and me dance, huh? Darling, you got real pretty hair. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
You know, you just might want to stay in with HBO Saturday nights. It's a new movie never shown before on HBO. Every Saturday night, guaranteed.
For guaranteed fun, order HBO and Cinemax today at fantastic savings. Call TCI or Mile High now.
Oh, every time we say goodbye.
Goodbyes are never easy, but none are as painful as saying goodbye forever. So please, give blood once more this year. You could help save someone you never want to part with.
I wonder why a little.
Steve Physiak and Doc Walker at the Thunderdome in St. Petersburg, Florida, where the Storm has a 6-0 lead on Orlando. These two teams met earlier this year, and Tampa Bay had a 14-7 lead going into the second quarter, and then the Predators took off and ran away with the football game 61-40.
You get no relief when you play Tampa Bay. Herky Walls now on the verge of busting a new record, getting over 3,000 yards in arena football. He's the best.
He's brought 3 back for touchdowns this year, including 1 against Tampa Bay. This time the special teams for the Storm right there.
Well, see, they've got to play that way in the first quarter, and teams will do that. How we'll be able to measure their success will happen in the fourth quarter, because that's where Walls gets you. One of the better conditioned athletes in this game. Understands what it takes, and this is the thing about the Predators. They just wear on you.
He is only 5 feet 8 inches tall and 180 pounds. 33 years of age. Herky Walls out of Garland, Texas, and he'll go wide to the right side. Wagner is in motion. And Duke Tobin throws to Herky Walls, completes the pass up at the 12-yard line. They'll still need a couple more for the first down.
And what makes the play work is even on the backside. And there they go. This is championship football. A proud organization, one trying to go undefeated, the other trying to get back and defend its world championship.
Duke Tobin now on second down, needing just a yard for the first down. This is a good running football team with both Jerry Odom and Paul McGowan running at fullbacks. They will pass the ball on second down, go deep. Herky Walls wide open at the 15-yard line for a first down. Well, they are protecting Duke Tobin.
One thing is very clear to see, Steve, is that number one, they're looking for more than Barry Wagner. Here again, we talk about the zone, the area in which to throw the football. He was good with it. He protected the ball in that. He went to a guy who caught 5 passes a week ago. Don't forget Billy Owens on the other side will become prominent. They are a more balanced team with Duke Tobin at quarterback. He doesn't tend to rely so much on Wagner.
Well, they've got 19 touchdowns from their other 2 guys, Billy Owens and Herky Walls combined. He'll run the ball this time. Paul McGowan, and McGowan diving across the 10-yard line, and then a flag goes down. They've got two guys, McGowan and Jerry Odom. Both were terrific linebackers in college, and look at the way they run the ball.
How'd you like to be a cornerback and have big number 65, Eric Drake's pulling out on you? This guy right here coming in this end, he is going to annihilate. He's going to get you. Watching you screen. See, that's unfair. They should outlaw that. There's no way you can play in the secondary and be Samuels at 209 pounds and expect to deal with that. But that's football.
Illegal crackback. Number 88 on the offense. 8-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Ball goes back to the snap.
You cannot block below the waist on a crackback block by that wide receiver, and that's exactly what Billy Owens did. So an 8-yard penalty.
Can't go outside and come in. It's a great rule. Great rule. Really protects your defensive lineman. Or you do have to check the waiver wire every week.
So now first down, 18 yards to go. Tobin throwing to Herky Walls, but well behind him. He was open. Garner was playing that deep zone and give him about 7 yards space.
Well, one thing about it, Duke throws a hard ball, and that's a timing route. And it takes a long time to really get the feel for one another in this. This is straight rhythm, and then they're obviously off. You watch some of the great teams do that to San Francisco, and I say that in organizations.
Well, is that where they miss Ben Bennett the most?
Well, Ben's more of a timing guy. Arm not as strong as Duke Tobin, so there'll be a difference in that.
Now 2nd and 18. Herky Walls, same play. He drops the ball at the 10-yard line. So instead of it being 3rd down and about 5, it'll be 3rd down and 18.
See, their arm strength comes back, and it's really the benefit for Duke Tobin. Here you see Walls on like a fake yo-yo. Nice move. I like the stem in the route. He comes out, real nice break. Ball should be there now, and it's there. And you can't ask for any more than that.
So Tobin must go visit with his head coach, Perry Moss. His 4th year as the head coach and general manager at Orlando.
Key thing about a backup quarterback is that the club is comfortable with him, and he's comfortable within his role. He realizes that Ben Bennett is their quarterback, but he's got a job to do.
This will be the final play of the first quarter. Tobin down the field. Wagner, great catch near a first down. Oh, what a play. We talk so much about big receivers in this game.
But we're not surprised. We saw against Arizona. They were giving him fits. They went back to Wagner. Here's your money guy. There's no way you can coach that. You get a guy with his speed, his size, who's about 240 pounds. He goes up and takes the football.
End of the first quarter. End of the quarter.
He is 6'3", 215 pounds, and just came up with a big
Remember,
play.
he told us, don't forget that program.
Hey, Tampa Bay still got the lead.
How'd you like to buy a car with some serious attitude? Don't need to. This new Achieva Sport Coupe is very reasonable. No, really. And with a hot V6 engine and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, it's got all the attitude you need, and then some. Yeah, especially when you can afford it. It's your money.
You're deep in REM sleep, dreaming the big dreams. Because as Freud said, all men are great in their dreams. Suddenly you don't feel so great anymore. You'll do the big things later. You hit the snooze bar, you hit the snooze bar, you hit the snooze bar, you hit the shower. You start soaping up with Ghost. Ghost is rocket fuel for the senses. Ghost is a big bold blast off that turns you back into a human dynamo. Ghost, the eye-opener.
Welcome to Foot Locker High and the start of a new school season. The hallway speed limit has been lowered to 60 miles an hour. The Geology Club is preparing for Mount Everest. Grading and physics class will now be on a curve, and band practice will be excellent. Meanwhile, the cross-country team has made it as far as Iowa.
Only a few more states, guys.
And at the school store, the math team has worked out an awesome percentage off some cool shoes and apparel. That's all for now.
Whoa! It's going to be a great year.
Раз, два, три, hey!
Hey, you get a tough case of athlete's foot. The itching, the cracking, the burning. You want a medicine that acts tough. Boom! Tough Actin Tenactin. Clinically proven Tenactin cures even tough cases of athlete's foot fungus. Get Tough Actin Tenactin.
Tampa Bay with a 6-0 lead, more than 22,000 fans here. The biggest crowd ever in Arena Football League history, 28,746, and it was for a Tampa-Orlando game right here at the Thunderdome. Perry Moss, he's one win away from winning more games than anybody in the Arena Football League history. Tim Markham won 55. He's going for number 56 tonight.
And you know, it won't be enough unless they take it all the way to the championship. A year ago, they were expected to do it. They fell short. They've almost had, I don't want to say Buffalo, but I mean, it's kind of close. They want to get that off their back.
From the 5-yard line, it is a first down and goal. Tobin will run. He scored 2 last week. He has 1 this week already.
I know he was thinking about spiking it. He said, I better not spike it. It's a long game.
Hey, they brought him from the jungle, didn't they?
Well, this is one thing that Tobin brings you. You know, both quarterbacks, I mean, every quarterback has pluses and minuses. This is a plus. He can run the football. He likes to. He's competitive, and he has good instinct.
Really clever feet. He will run the ball much more than Ben Bennett, who is not playing tonight. He is on the suspended list for the Orlando Predators, out with a knee injury, but he will be back for game 1 of the playoffs next week. Tobin places it down, and the kick by Semidavilla is up and perfect, and Orlando has their first lead of the game. It is 7-6 on Duke Tobin's touchdown run.
Oh, you watch Burnett up there, Webby Burnett. Then you got receivers down, McGowan blocking, big people, little people.
Arena Football on ESPN is brought to you by Burger King. Value every day. Have it your way. And by Sony. Nothing unleashes the power of music like Sony. Well, Tampa Bay is down for the first time in this game, 7-6, 14-10 remaining in the first half. Semidavilla will kick off to George LaFrance, who has returned 2 for touchdowns this year. His longest was 55 yards, and that was against Fort Worth. And Semidavilla, a line drive kick that LaFrance loses it through the end zone, so it will be a first down from the 5-yard line.
That's a great kick. You want to do anything you can to keep the ball out of the hands of 25. Squib it. Hopefully you'd like to get it up in the nets. There you see Duke. You start to feel a little better when you run for a touchdown as a quarterback, as opposed to throwing one. You know, you're getting physical, you round it up a little bit. That scoring drive, 6 plays, 45 yards, 419, which is important because that keeps Jay Gruden on the sidelines.
Imagine he's got a proud dad watching in Indianapolis tonight.
Oh, you better believe it. No better feeling.
Bill with the Indianapolis Colts. Gruden on first down, under pressure, completes it. LaFrance first down, past the 25 and more.
You know, when you think that in 1991, he was out the entire year with an ACL, reconstructive surgery. He comes right back, picks up a Most Valuable Player award, has been in a tandem with Stevie Thomas. This is want to. This is another one of those things you can't coach. You know, this guy has that in his heart. He wants to be good at what he's doing.
Arena Football League Most Valuable Player, 89 and 91, and Kuharich said, we will not lose a step, even though Stevie Thomas is a great offensive specialist. Missing tonight's game. LaFrance came out last week, caught 7 passes, 148 yards, and 3 touchdowns, but they lost to Las Vegas. Gruden to a wide open Bobby Bird.
This you will not see often. Crossing pattern will do 2 things. One, it gets Barry Wagner and Rockmore. It'll come up in your secondary. You see Jay Gruden. First of all, the eyes mean a lot because he's looking straight down the field. That puts the free safety and the safeties into a lock because they have to keep their eyes on him. Then he turns right. And you look, you'll see a couple of guys down here at the bottom of the screen who is nobody, wide open. What did I tell you? There's a mix-up. And from what we could see, that you can't see, Rockmore, who's like a coach on the field, and Barry Wagner were in intense conversation after that. Hey, it was your job. No, you were supposed to do it. Hey, man, I thought it was you. No, it was you. Bottom line, 13-7.
Well, the Storm has the lead back, 13-7, 12:24 to play, first half.
Get creative at Red Lobster. Create your own shrimp dinner, just $9.99.
Choose any 3 kinds of shrimp you love best, or try something new. Create your own shrimp dinner, just $9.99 for a short time.
At Red Lobster.
When sports cream? When arms are sore. When legs ache. When muscles hurt. Why sports cream? Massaging sports cream in brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell. No odor. Why sports cream? Because it works.
If you think aftershave has to hurt to work, then you're probably getting burned, because you sure aren't using one with cooling Sensates. Sensitive from Old Spice. It's more than a great scent. This is real refreshment. Want proof? Put your aftershave here. Put Sensitive here. If this doesn't take the sting out of aftershave, call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a bottle of yours. Come on. Take the Sensitive Challenge from Old Spice. You're going to feel a whole lot better about aftershave. I do.
Tampa Bay has the lead back, and the Storm fans are roaring, even the little ones. Hey, round 10 of the World Championship is at Budapest for the 77-lap Grand Prix of Hungary. Damon Hill is the defending champion of the race, but is currently second to Michael Schumacher by 27 points in the World Championship points battle. Live coverage begins tomorrow at 7:50 in the morning Eastern Time, 4:50 on the West Coast. Well, Tampa Bay had a 14-7 lead in the second quarter at Orlando and lost the game by 21. Let's see how they handle this one. A 6-point lead second quarter. Herky Walls fumbling the football, and Herky's going to be tied up. Orlando will start their offense from their own 5.
Well, they're making things tough on Herc. All Hercules needed was 47 yards in returns to go over the 3,000 mark for his career. And apparently the Storm want no part of it tonight.
Yeah, their special teams have really been special, because Herky brought one back 57 yards for a touchdown. He's barely been able to get past the 5.
Yeah, bottom line in that scoring summary is that you get it in and you make the defense a little confused. Perry Moss during the break was a little teed, talking to Billy Owens, Rockmore, and Wagner.
So it's Duke Tobin's turn again. Walls in motion. Tubin's had too much time, and Wagner wide open for the catch, the first down at the 20-yard line. The one thing that Larry Kuharich said was, we have to pressure Duke Tobin. He said, I don't want to talk about nervous feet or happy feet, because is it sad feet? Is the opposite of happy feet sad feet? One thing we got to do is we got to get in this guy's face. Yeah, he had too much time.
It's to get in the guy's face. Here you look at Barry Wagner. You don't want to get this guy upset. Look at the numbers. I mean, staggering. 27 touchdowns, 14.5 yards every time he touches the football. But see, Tracy Sanders has got to hold his own ground. Barry's got him in size, probably just as fast, so you got to equal him, especially in your own backyard.
From just across the 19, a little play action. Tobin. He will scramble, and he is slammed against the boards near the 23-yard line. With Ben Bennett out, if something happens to Duke, the only backup is very inexperienced Mike Johnson.
Well, it really works against the Storm, because they get the kind of pressure you want. There you see line of scrimmage where the offensive line is trying to defend in this. Now you watch Tobin, you get a play fake, but what you see is right here. See, Barry Wagner there is caught up. They've got all over him. That kills the pattern. But see, Duke sees green grass. So he's going to run on green turf in this matter, and he's going to get outside of the play. The key was Wagner. Wagner here outside the boards.
Well, they're going to run Billy Owens, and he's got a first down. Boy, they'll run Wagner. He's scored 9 touchdowns rushing this year. They'll run Billy Owens, who was a great defensive back in college, and last year was a defensive specialist. This year, he's exploded as an offensive player.
Oh, he really has. And the thing about it, he said, all I needed to do was get in the game. You know, he says, I've always had these skills, and he's a great guy. Teaches 7th graders in the middle school, you know, and you have to like that. A guy goes back and he's well-educated, master's degree, you know, as you mentioned, and now he's putting helping out in the community, helping himself, and he's a great two-way player. If it's not for Barry Wagner, we're talking about Billy Owens full-time.
And Billy teaches math to middle school youngsters at a school just outside Orlando. Barry Wagner slams his way for a first down inside the 10-yard line, and Orlando on the move again. Right now, Tampa may have to get into a scoring match to beat them.
Steve, we talk about it week in and week out. Why do plays work? Running plays. Watch here, you watch here. 2 outside receivers, a tight end, and here, the guy we're talking about. We're talking Billy Owens. He's matched up there. Just a beautiful block. extends with it. There you see McGowan. That is team scheme blocking. Man on man, body on body.
Go!
Well, they say he stepped out of bounds at the 12-yard line. They'll run Wagner again from the short side of the field, and he's inside the 10, a gain of 3.
You know, Jackie Walker has really helped him out a lot. He was with Tampa a year ago out of Jackson State. Another big guy. Everybody, all the Predators are 6'6", and they're all close to 300 pounds.
In the sideline here?
No, right. It's
Twins left?
Twins right.
Okay.
Twins right out there.
Here we go. So
You know,
Twins right, high Liz, 500X option on 2. Ready? China. Let's go.
3-step drop for them.
Go!
2nd and 6. Tobin to the end zone, intercepted.
Well, he had him too. He had Herky.
Bobby Bird, who scored the touchdown on a 17-yard catch, now picks off Duke Tobin, and turnovers so big in this game. It's Tampa Bay 13, Orlando 7.
Even if you have credit problems, you can buy a great car at Prestige Sales and Leasing. These are late model pre-owned cars and trucks that you'll be proud to drive. Everybody gets more car for the money from Prestige Sales and Leasing. We have thousands of satisfied customers. At Prestige, your job is your credit. See why so many people in Denver choose Prestige over anyone else. Call us or come by and see us. Prestige Sales and Leasing, 4440 East Colfax.
Going out for dinner can be a problem.
Tonight's special is poisson en croûte with radical pesto.
All right, now I want to get this right, so slow down, okay, dude?
But at Village Inn, we serve dinner the way you like it. Hearty, home-style cooking in a relaxed, friendly atmosphere.
Drop on in how you been. Drop on in. Village Inn.
3 burgers and 4 fries, or 4 burgers and 3 fries. Cool.
We've got the pies you're hungry for, too.
Tampa Bay with a 6-point lead, 8:26 to play in the first half, and here's the interception of Tobin.
Well, the key to it is you've got Bobby Bird here, who is a Jill linebacker, who is in the box. It's an imaginary box that he can't exceed that. He can't go out of the 5-yard boundary. Here he's watching. See, it's all eyes on eyes. There he gets up, makes a great catch. Again, if a defender gets his hands on the ball, Steve, you got to convert. You can't block it down because you cannot allow them to have the ball back.
Yeah, how many times do you see a Jill linebacker who can't get out of the box make an interception?
You don't. It's the first time we've seen it all year.
Bobby Bird picks one off, and that is his 4th interception this year. He has played the safety spot, sometimes at a cornerback, and also this Jill linebacker. Gruden's got it back, unloads, incomplete. Man, was he pressured big time.
Oh, boy, Isaac Williams. Isaac just teed off, and this is what the Predators do. Either 10 yards in or 10 yards out.
And Jay Gruden again concerned about his wide receiver. Again, new receivers in because of the injury to Stevie Thomas. He just told his troops, hey,
first down, ready?
You're going to have it on both sides.
Motion.
You saw Perry Moss talking to his quarterback, Ben Bennett, he'd never have to talk to. This is just going to happen.
2nd and 10. They've got the completion. Jeff Mays up near, and it will be a first down. Didn't Jeff Mays make the big catch last year in their win at Orlando to knock the Predators out of the playoffs?
He did. You got a great memory on that. Well, I love this low angle. You see Gruden, that time he has time. As a receiver, you want to show the numbers. Then you want to tuck that ball away and try to get as much yardage as possible.
And they got 12 yards and the first down now from the 17. LaFrance in motion, and he will run the football. He found a seam. He's up near the 20-yard line. George was with the Detroit Drive last year, was one of their really great players. Spent a couple of years in Keams Canyon, Arizona, living with his wife on an Indian reservation. Now he's moved to Mesa, Arizona, where he got his degree in psychology.
Working with a program.
Quite a player.
Yeah, Kids for Tomorrow. With Rayfield Wright, old Dallas Cowboys, doing a heck of a job.
9X on. First down. Ready? You got to cross. Right.
See, this is the difference. They're explaining things now out of the huddle, both quarterbacks.
On 2nd down and 7, Gruden throwing the home run pass, and it is intercepted. Durwood Rockmore, his 50th career interception.
He's the best in arena football history. You know Jay hates himself for that. You can't throw in center field against the Rock.
And Gruden with the turnover. Still, it's Tampa Bay by 6.
Didn't make it to the big dance last year. I need to hit something. I need a little foot action. A little foot action. A little foot action.
Jerry.
Reggie?
You really should find a healthier way to deal with your anxieties.
Air Mission and Air Alpha by Nike. Get them at over 400 Foot Action stores nationwide.
122! 122! Hut!
It's a quarterback keeper. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 5, the goal line, the 15, the 20, the 10, 5.
The Arena Football League. 4 padded walls, 16 crazy men, and 1 football. Arena Football on ESPN2. Big angry men in small, hard places.
Right, 500 read on 3. On 3, ready? Hang in there, Louis.
Jay Gruden is still upset. He's talking with Larry Kuharich.
You know what he's telling him? Hey, Jay, it's a soft zone. Don't go to a soft zone.
Tobin with the completion to Chris Ford, who just checked into the game. #1 out of Lamar University, where he was a great player, Division I AA All-American at Lamar, 73 catches his senior year, and he has had to play backup to Barry Wagner, or he might be a star in this league.
You'll play a lot behind 82, but he'll also show you a lot out of the backfield running the ball. Real nifty. That was a big pass for Tobin. You know, come out, get your confidence after an interception, you know, and dart it.
Well, Ford right now is in for Billy Owens as Wagner is now in the slot. Tobin's going for the home run again, and it is almost intercepted. Lawrence Samuel was the closest player to it, and Samuel knocked it down.
Boy, he played it well, Steve. Played it well. Now, we talk about not, you know, trying to pick up the interception. Again, you watch the eyes. I'm real keen on where the quarterback's eyes are, and you see he's looking straight ahead. That lets the free safety guy in the middle. Here you see the path. Guys running to the screen. And at this point, Samuels is the receiver. And the good ones go after it. The ball could have been a little over. It wasn't. Good play.
2nd down and 10 now from the 17-yard line.
Go!
Tobin again with time. Now it breaks down, but he completes the pass to Herky Walls, who is smashed.
Oh, we've got some big hits in this game. We've had about 5 great crushers so far. Again, Duke, see the eyes. He's looking off. That is so important in young quarterbacks. He looks it off, throws the opposite side. Hercules comes up, makes the hit, and there it is. Real clean football right in your face, Gardner with the hit. That's Rydell in your mug.
And Hercules will go to the bottom of your screen.
Go! Hut!
Tobin backing up, looking to Walls, incomplete, and Herky was breaking open away from Latride Garner. You know, Herky was so upset after last year. They did a TV commercial in Orlando where he wrote the poem to the commercial. It said, in 1991, we had no fun. In 1992, we went to the Arena Bowl, and we didn't know what to do. In 1993, we lost by 3, but this is 1994, and we will win the war.
Yeah, Hercules, he's a leader. He is, and it's the sentiments of about 5 guys. They've got 3 or 4 players over 30 years old, 9 guys for 28 years or older. So this is a veteran club that must win now.
Tobin backing up, looping it. Well, he had Wagner breaking open. I'm not sure if Barry was held by Tracy Sanders, but Barry is really upset with the official who didn't call the hold on Tracy Sanders.
And boy, if you're Larry O'Rourke right now, defensive coordinator, this is exactly what you want, Physioc. You want to be able to get hands on him right there. See, he's hit. You want to disengage at this point, and if you watch, there's going to be a little spy technique right in there. These 2 guys are watching. You see there, he gets hit again. So, hey, they say incidental contact, but that could have been called.
Ball was in the air. It is 3rd down and 10 from the 23-yard line in Tampa Bay territory. Wagner has it broken up and intercepted. The second in the game. There's a fumble on the play, and Herky Walls has it.
No, he doesn't. It's out. It's free. He doesn't have it. It depends on where they decide momentum will stop.
Whoa, what a wild play. But Garner with his second interception.
You think that's a Sports Center highlight? If you want to coach it, again, I love the kid's eyes. He's looking off. He throws a little soft on the pass. He's more of a rocket. The ball is knocked off. That's great defensive play. Now, that Super Bowl reaction looks like he has it, Fizz. I say he's got that. Then he loses it. There's Herc going after. Now it's a scramble. Gets away from Herc. And there it is. Bingo. Mays has it right on his hip.
And Orlando has a first and goal from the 1-yard line.
Wow.
I mean, the turnover is really critical. Garner gets the interception, has it stripped, so he has 2 picks tonight. But this one hurts him the most because it goes like a bomb for Orlando. Tobin's going to run it in again, and boy, is he hit. Robert Lyles.
Hammer.
Played a little football with the Houston Oilers.
Yes, indeed. He's played with some pretty wild characters, and he understands what it's like to show up and strap it up. Riles is enjoying this game, too. He said, hey, man, this is for fun. You go out, and I like to hit people. Perry Moss has seen his club be so successful inside the red area.
It is second down and goal from the 1. Tobin has a very strong fullback, Paul McGowan, behind him. Luke's going to try and run it again, and he is smothered again at the 1-yard line. Boy, is he going to be alive in the 4th quarter? They don't have much experience behind him at quarterback.
Well, it's a safe play. He's a very good runner. Gerald Jeffcoat on this decided not to be denied. Point of attack once again. These are bodies flying around. You got to keep your shoulders square. Jeffcoat does that, doesn't give it up. You got Jeff Mays once again. 2 big plays for Mays.
Tampa Bay leading by 6, but Orlando with a 3rd and goal. And what is that? Is that a delay of game? If it is, they'll walk off 3 yards. It may be. Yes, it'll be the 1-minute warning.
1-minute timing rules are now in effect. Orlando has 3 timeouts left. Tampa Bay has 3 timeouts left.
So it'll remain 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. We've got an update from Cleveland and Miami. Cleveland leading Miami at the half 22-14. Miami would have had more emotion going into that game, but they're out of the playoffs. Had Las Vegas beaten Arizona last night, the Hooters, I mean, it's up to them.
And it goes down to the final play of the game.
Instead, Charlotte is in the playoffs. Here it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Barry Wagner, touchdown. His 37th touchdown this year.
Obvious question. What took him so long to get the ball in the hands of Wagner? He's your guy.
You know, he scored 27 touchdowns this year receiving. He scored 10 rushing the ball.
Yeah, and you know, he missed all but 1 day of practice this week. Had a death in the family. One of his friends' mom died. He wanted to say hello to the Peoples family out in Alabama, and he's just a terrific ball player. But you go to your quarterback sneak twice, give it to the man.
And now a chance for the lead. Semenavilla. It's perfect. And Orlando is back in front. 14-13 on Tampa Bay. We've got 55 seconds remaining before halftime.
We've brought you here for a little chat about your teeth and some good news. An instrument made to get between teeth that you can comfortably use at home. The new generation Crest Complete. First, Crest created a brush to fit your teeth, designed to penetrate and clean far between them. Now new Crest Complete goes even farther than before. The better you care for your teeth, the more you and your dentist can enjoy these little visits. New Crest Complete, the dentist's choice for rippled brushes.
Last year, we introduced Formula Shell gasoline. It's nice to see so many folks getting a kick out of it. Shell, the world's best-selling gasoline.
Welcome back to the Thunderdome in St. Petersburg, Florida, home of the defending world champion Arena Football League Tampa Bay Storm. They are down to the Orlando Predators, who came to tonight's play with a record of 11-0. And our records show that only 7 teams, as you see the Wagner 1-yard touchdown on the 5:22 drive, only 7 teams in professional football history have ever gone through the regular season unbeaten. The last to do it, Miami Dolphins, who went 14-0 and finished 17-0, winning the Super Bowl. On the kickoff return, George LaFrance with a great move. He could go all the way.
Get it.
I don't think he was touched.
No flags.
Great blocking.
Well, now we know why there was a squib kick on the prior kick. Because you don't want the ball in his hands, and it gets you. Boy, you know that George is saying to himself now, I've got to get that ball beyond the nets, hope to hit the rim. Well, it doesn't. And now it's just a matter of fact of you watch guys getting blocked. McGowan throws his body. Look at the lane. My goodness, we've seen 2 touchdowns in this game between 2 great football teams where guys have scored and been not even touched.
Well, here's Lozecki on for the point after touchdown. And he tries to push it through and does. And we have a dandy. 47 seconds left. And Tampa Bay is back in front. And their fans are saying, grrr.
Is that Gino?
The evolution of sports news.
Let's go to the videotape.
Videamos? Videotape. Let's go to the videotape. Let us to the videotape.
The videotape, you fools!
Looky here.
Film at 11.
Shot some videotape of my kid's soccer game last week, and it makes you feel so good.
Sports Night. What's next in sports news? Live Sunday through Thursday at 5 on ESPN2.
8 seconds ago, Orlando led by 1, but Tampa Bay's George LaFrance brings it back.
Game breaker. This is his style. He's the offensive specialist tonight. Boy, in Detroit, the fans in the Motor City, they were accustomed to seeing this on a regular basis. He's been probably the best to do what he does in arena football. Smooth about it.
Perry Moss used to coach him.
Yes, indeed. Perry did. You know, Perry was 10-0 with Ben Bennett once upon a time. They ended up going 10-1-1.
George LaFrance with his 13th touchdown this year. They said we wouldn't lose much going to him as an offensive specialist, and he has responded in a great way. The flag will go against Tampa Bay because the kickoff going out of bounds, and this really hurts because instead of standing or starting from your 5-yard line, you'll go from the 20. At halftime, we'll of course have the gridiron groove.
It's a touchback. Will be spotted at the 5-yard line.
You bet, Jack Baker. We'll also have the locker room cam and stats and highlights of this first half. That locker room cam goes live inside the Tampa Bay and Orlando locker rooms.
A lot of pressure, you know, as you see Tobin there, but the kicker for Lozecki.
Now what's this? The ball's kicked out of bounds, a flag's thrown. They're starting from the 5-yard line.
Hit a player.
Okay.
Hit a player.
Thank you for the explanation.
Lozecki did a good job out of that. University of Saskatchewan's got a group of guys over at Regina Fitness Club he wanted to yell at.
Tobin has time, completes the pass for the first down, and Chris Ford is nailed at the 16-yard line. There's a lot of slugging going on down the field, Doc.
King Kong Godzilla. This is what this rivalry is all about. See, Perry's into this. We've watched it. Ben Bennett's his quarterback. He's been kind of mild-mannered, just kind of watching things. You look at Perry, that's game face. That's the look of a warrior. He's screaming, he's shouting. He's going to win this thing on his own.
Well, they just gave the offensive instructions to Duke Tobin. We have 38 seconds before halftime, and Tampa Bay with a 6-point lead. I mean, Perry Moss said, hey, this would be a very successful season regardless of what happens if we were an expansion team, but we're not. We've been expected to be there in the Arena Bowl every single year. A 12-0 record won't mean anything unless we win the 3 playoff games. So he wouldn't mind going in 11-1 as long as they win those 3 playoff games.
Don Strock told us the same thing with Mass. You know, you've got to get in and take this one all the way to the bank.
Hey, roller hockey is coming our way. St. Louis against New Jersey. That means the Vipers against the Jersey Rock and Rollers. If you like ice hockey, you'll love roller hockey. Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 on the West Coast. From the 16.5-yard line, Barry Wagner's the man in motion. He will have single coverage. They throw to Chris Ford, and he fumbles the football, and they rule no catch. He never had control of it.
That was a great read by Tobin. He had Wagner on the inside, 2 receivers. You know, this guy, look at the amount of pressure he's been in. You know, last week, you feel it as a backup quarterback. Undefeated. You know, the onus on his shoulders to get it done. He's shown no sign so far of panic.
Holding on the offense, number 44, 8-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Well, Duke Tobin replacing the injured Ben Bennett, just 7 for 17, and Bennett's a guy who completes 63% of his passes. He's also been intercepted 3 times, 2 by Latrod Garner. After the penalty, Tobin going back to the air and throwing it incomplete to Herky Walls. You know, for a defensive backfield that has been suspect this year, Tampa Bay has done a great job of stripping the ball from the receivers.
Well, they coach it. Larry O'Rourke, Dietrich Wise. These guys, first of all, they've been there. And when you have players within your organization that understand what it's like to win, you're going to go after some of the little things, strips and kicks and pulls, and hope you don't get caught and take it all the way to victory.
29 seconds remaining on 2nd and 18. Tobin is really off the mark right now. He will not go into the locker room with a great deal of confidence.
Well, Robert Lyles,
unless he comes through here on 3rd and 18.
Now, that was a pressure move. Robert Lyles, and what they've been trying to do is get some smaller guys, size guys in to penetrate and get some pressure. Again, this is a big offensive line of the Predators is not used to having this happen.
Here we go. Right, high load, 500 read on 2. Ready? Go!
On 3rd and 18. Tobin will not get the first down. He needed to get to the 23 in Tampa territory. Instead, it will be 4th down and about 5 yards to go.
The thing you look for now, Steve, is when you get in the huddle, you hear guys starting to fight with each other and take over the huddle and try to push Tobin out of the way. So far that hasn't happened. That's the one thing we got to listen for. As long as he keeps control of the huddle, they'll be in good shape.
On 4th and 5, they will go for a 45-yard field goal. Sematavia hits it long enough, and it's good. Beautiful kick by George Sematavia, and he booms it in from 45 yards out to trim the lead to 3 at 20-17. And you're talking about 9 feet across in those uprights, and he hit it dead solid, perfect. Shot. So next week on Friday night on the Deuce, we've got Las Vegas, the Sting coming into Albany to take on Eddie Brown, Mike Perez, and the Stars for the 2nd seed Albany Firebirds. You might have seen them on the Deuce last night. Eddie Brown had 3 touchdown night. Mike Perez only played the first half. He threw for 4 touchdowns. That's Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern here on the Deuce.
Tommy Forrest coming back to Albany. Rick Buffington. You know, we like to buff. The defensive coordinator is going to be quite a challenge.
And he coached at Albany for 4 years.
That's right. I think we're going to have a little civil war on that one. I can hardly wait for Friday night. It'll be good football.
So if you're Sematavia, I mean, how are you thinking about kicking off? LaFrance has had 3 excellent returns in this game. The last one he brought back for 55 yards and a touchdown.
You know what I think about doing? Kicking that ball to a fan over those nets and giving him or her a souvenir.
I'm telling you what, that's some kick.
I played with a guy who could do it, Mark Mosley.
Well, this is high, but LaFrance will have a return, and he takes it 6 yards deep. And George has got it going again. He is slammed down at the 20-yard line, fumbles the football.
That is a fumble. Well, they're calling it down. That is not a fumble.
Man, was he killed. I mean, he was just drilled at the 19.
It's the only way you stop those return guys. You knock him out. Nothing like the repeat. It's like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. How many of them do you come back and do it again? Here he's looking. There they've converged. You see real nice conversion there. Webby Burnett there. You see Walker. Owens. Oh. There's a knockout blow. There's Butkus.
Paul McGowan.
Dave McGowan. Butkus Award winner. One of those Seminoles just loves to play this game.
7 seconds left. Gruden. Let's see if he goes to the end zone.
On height, go on height, go on height. Height.
He just falls down.
That wasn't planned.
He wanted to call timeout. He does at 3 seconds left.
That was a blooper. That's not planned.
Yeah, he really fooled me.
So Jay's talking about on hike. You think that he wants to just get this one up. Why not air it out? There you see the trip by the center. And that was a forced error. Rusty Russell. And you start pounding those centers back. That defensive line. Predators. Relentless. The key will be the fourth quarter. We say it a lot.
Oh, he's a veteran quarterback who's done it so many times.
Now we can't give up 6 here.
He was the MVP of the Arena Bowl last year.
Cover, chick.
What he's saying now is so vital. We saw a game last night that was changed the course of that in that Vegas win over a kick. So if you miss it, you got to cover.
Mike Lozecki. It will be long enough, and it just does get over. Whoa.
Boy, the folks at the Regina Club out in Saskatchewan are going nuts now. That's for all the Rough Riders. He said he wanted all his boys, the Rough Riders, to watch him kick. This is a big kick in a pressure situation.
50-yard field goal.
You won't see it any better. Boy.
Tampa Bay runs to the locker room with a 6-point lead. We'll go live to that locker room when we come back on ESPN.
Are we there yet?
I will turn this wagon around right now.
Vacate. You got a problem there?
These are my cows. You see? They say Phil's cow.
They saw.
I say you're a bunch of sissies. Why don't you leave the West to the real man?
Oh, Butch, get over yourself.
They changed their minds.
Let's get a wagon master and go home.
Wagons east. John Candy. Richard Lewis. Wagons east.
You're going the wrong way.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, August 26th at a theater near you.
If your bacon cheeseburger isn't flame broiled, fire it.
Welcome to Burger King.
And get a new flame broiled
Bacon Mega Supreme?
The new Bacon Mega Supreme is a 1/3 pound of beef broiled over an open flame. And flame broiling beats frying 4-to-1. 2 patties smothered in hot, crispy bacon, melted cheese, lettuce, and tomato. So if it's fried, it ought to be fired. Get the new flame broiled Bacon Mega Supreme. More great taste for more great value. Only at Burger King.
Call for the newest guide to understanding money and investing. It's free when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Do you know what are the best investments in a volatile market? How can you minimize the risk of buying stocks abroad? Get the answers, get the guide when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Call now for your free Wall Street Journal guide to understanding money and investing. It focuses on the risks and the rewards of investments so you can make informed choices. Make your money work harder than ever. Call now to get your guide free when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal, where you'll find information you need to get ahead and stay there. News, insight, and analysis that can affect decisions you make, from world events to issues that mean the world to you. The Wall Street Journal hits home every business day. Get 10 weeks of the Journal for just $36 and the guide to understanding money and investing free with your paid subscription. Call toll-free 800-293-8200. That's 800-293-8200.
23-17, Tampa Bay has the lead on the Orlando Predators, and we are at halftime. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Physioc. This is Doc Walker. Orlando, we told you, is trying to become the first team in regular season history of the Arena Football League to go unbeaten. They're trying to go against the defending champs, and it has not been easy.
But it's been a good one.
It's been a great one.
You can't script it any better than this, folks. We've had everything you want in a championship football game. Big hits, fumbles, enforced interceptions. Sure, you've got a backup quarterback, and Duke Tobin played. He's played pretty decent, but they forced some things. The Storm secondary has been second to none, and they are the difference.
Well, let's go into Tampa Bay's locker room. They have the 6-point lead. They've got the smiles, but not so fast.
They can't stop you guys. You got the speed on the outside. Keep racing up on them. Then once you get them by, take them back under.
I need a tape.
All right? Keep pushing. You got to push through the middle. Good job.
2 more damn quarters. Let's go.
2
We
more.
on pass.
Let's take it.
You got to go.
Our house.
Let's go. You got 2 more quarters. All right, he punching right away. So therefore, you're too close to him. He punching right away. You right here. So therefore, you need to, your aim point should be 3 yards by 3. Come at this point right here. All right? And then if you see him coming, you come back under. I want you to get your quarterback by all means necessary.
Set him up.
But get to your point. All right, Donkey. All right, looking good. I was this man want to talk about. Ismail, your snap hand and your arm shouldn't work together. It should work together, but it should work lateral. You step in here and doing this. And therefore, if you come back, yeah, he gonna pin you because you can't come back and get this range. Only thing you gotta do, when she snap the ball, snap.
That's Dietrich Wise you were listening to, played for Tampa Bay last year. And also Pat Spaduto.
Yeah.
And my goodness, they know all about the emotion rivalry of this game.
Well, it's beautiful because a year ago they were actually in that same locker room. You could sense the emotion in it. What they're talking about offensively is slide protection. They're going to try to get the fullback more involved in it. They understand that the Predators will come at them like gangbusters in the second half, so they want to protect Jay Gruden.
All right, let's go inside that Predators locker room. Perry Moss is their head coach, and they are down by 6 points, something they haven't found themselves down by many times this year. It is 23-17. Tampa Bay with the lead over Orlando. We'll come back with more at halftime here in Tampa Bay.
Get creative at Red Lobster. Create your own shrimp dinner, just $9.99.
Choose any 3 kinds of shrimp you love best, or try something new. Create your own shrimp dinner, just $9.99 for a short time.
At Red Lobster.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Play me out this back kick. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me over base and never pop.
Football fans, get ready for Sports Illustrated's exclusive NFL Team Kickoff Kit. Free with your paid subscription to SI. Just tell us your favorite team.
Cowboys! Packers!
49ers. And we'll give you more than ever before.
This is incredible! I love it.
Your Team Kickoff Kit starts with your official 1994 team video.
Free Cowboys video? Free Browns video?
If I got a free Giants video, I'll be the luckiest man in the world.
Oh, man! Where can I get it?
It's an inside look at your favorite team. Brought to you as only Sports Illustrated can.
And ain't no surprise!
Your Team Kickoff Kit also brings you this authentic NFL team cap free. It's an unbelievable football package that no real fan can be without. Call now. Use your credit card. And you'll get 54 issues of SI for only $1.47 an issue. Save over 50% off the cover price. And your incredible Team Kickoff Kit is free. Nobody gets you into football like Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
The field is so deep now in tennis, and there's so much to enjoy. You see 2 guys digging so deep inside of themselves that they push you to a new level.
The Volvo International begins Monday on ESPN.
Halftime in Tampa, Florida, with the Storm, a record of 6-5 this year, leading unbeaten Orlando 23-17. Steve Physioc back with you in Tampa. And this is the 13th week of arena football, and it has gone right down to the very end to find out who are the 8 teams to make the playoffs. And that is this week's subject on the Gridiron Groove, the playoff picture in the Arena Football League. is.
Got it.
Brown, touchdown. Miami did not make the playoffs, even though Charlotte lost last night. I know the Hooters really concerned, but they're losing last time we checked up in Cleveland. But this entire year has really been special. Orlando knows that anytime they get to the playoffs, even though they're expected to win, it's not going to be that easy like it was last year.
And when you're undefeated, everyone wants to knock you out. Interesting to find out what Perry Moss said to his club. No panic there. Sure, it'd be different if Ben Bennett was playing, but he's not playing. And there's a lot of pride on his club. Here's Perry Moss in the Predator locker room.
This has been a cooling off time for Perry Moss and his troops. A lot of guys changing the uniforms. You see Barry Wagner, who caught a touchdown, ran for a touchdown in the first half, changing. Here's a look at the halftime stats. 142 yards total yards for Orlando, but the 3 turnovers have hurt them badly.
You know, the return yardage is also big, but 3 turnovers. Duke Tobin has got to be really, really smart with the football. There were a couple times that were just great defensive plays, and you don't want to credit that against a quarterback. It happens to even a Joe Montana. But what you want to look for in the second half is, for Orlando to maybe run the football a little bit more, give him a few more options, get back to their smash mouth football, and then defensively, they got to turn up the gas. They've got to get after Jay Gruden.
And is Tampa Bay doing anything in particular to try and you know, camouflage coverages?
Well, they have. They're playing an in-and-out coverage or a matchup on Barry Wagner. They're also getting hands on him. They're jamming Barry Wagner once, maybe twice if possible, and trying to make sure that he's going to have a long afternoon. Offensively, they're running after him. They're trying to wear him down. They're cutting at his knees. They're just trying to make his day ugly. He's a warrior, and so far, I'd have to say it's 50-50.
Well, he has been special. He ran for 1 touchdown, his 37th this year, and we are at halftime as Orlando, unbeaten this year at 11-0, is down by 6 to the Tampa Bay Storm.
Question. Name the 94 automobile of the year. What comes nicely equipped for around $13,000 and is only at your Dodge dealer? Answer, Dodge Neon. Now go have some fun. For all the answers, see your nearest Dodge dealer. Question. What car changed everything? What truly remarkable car comes at a price you can afford and only at your Dodge dealer? Answer, Dodge Intrepid. I'll bet you knew that. For all the answers, see your nearest Dodge dealer.
In August, Stars presents an epic saga, winner of 9 Academy Awards, including Best Director, Best Film, and Best Cinematography.
I am accused of being a traitor, a collaborator.
Happened? Why did you betray your country? What turned you into war criminals?
The Last Emperor. This summertime on Stars. Call this number to order Stars and Encore for only $4.95 per month.
Da 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 da.
Tampa Bay with a 23-17 lead on the Orlando Predators. Predators already out on the field. Tampa Bay really being slow in coming out, as we still have halftime here in Tampa, Florida, and Orlando came into this ball game with a record of 11-0 and just dominating their opponents, outscoring them 50-27. But last year they remember going and hosting it at the Jungle. You were there, Doc, and Tampa Bay survived and won the game 55-52.
They really did. They came back courtesy of the Nets. Best part of the game. Barry Wagner was injured in the first quarter of that ball game. It was a gutsy performance by Ben Bennett but it didn't work out. Here we take a look at the American Conference. Albany, who we watched last night, who we'll get a chance to see Friday night as they take on Las Vegas. Arizona, big win for Danny White, Todd Shell and company, and we really like Massachusetts. I was surprised that they're in this position. I thought they were a little bit better than their record might indicate. And then how about Vegas, Fizz? Forrest's been a major change.
They've won 3 games in a row, and Orlando with a record of 11-0, winning the National Conference quite easily. Tampa Bay right behind. They would really help their playoff position out, but they must go on the road to start the playoffs. As here we are in Tampa, Florida, with the Storm right now leading by 6 points over the Orlando Predators, and it was quite a first half for Jay Gruden, who led his team well. Did throw 2 interceptions. One he was trying to throw away, and you can see that jungle. The jungle
Storm
is
rules.
the Orlando arena, and it absolutely is wild there, and they call the place the jungle. So well, we've got a timeout on the field. We'll come back and begin the 3rd quarter with Tampa Bay leading Orlando 23-17.
When sports cream, when arms are sore, when legs ache, when muscles hurt. Why sports cream? Massaging sports cream in brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell, no odor. Why sports cream? Because it works.
When you're looking for a truck, you have to make a decision. Should you go for rugged performance or civilized comfort? Performance or comfort? Well, when you get a 94 Nissan truck with a value truck package including air conditioning, AM/FM cassette stereo, chrome package, and an available V6 for about $2,300 less than a comparably equipped Toyota, maybe you don't have to make a decision after all.
To soothe athlete's foot, Desinex does it. But to cure athlete's foot, Desinex does it. Only Desinex has UDA to both soothe the discomfort and kill the fungus. To soothe and cure, Desinex does it all.
Arena Football on ESPN is brought to you by Desinex. To both soothe and cure athlete's foot, Desinex does it all. And by Coca-Cola Classic. Always the real thing. Always Coca-Cola. Steve Physiak and Rick Walker back in Tampa, Florida with the home team Storm with a 6-point lead. The Predators 11-0, Arena Bowl bound, but man, they've got a tussle in front of them. Ben Bennett will come back next week. But how healthy is Ben Bennett, one of the top quarterbacks in this league? We still don't know that.
Well, that's a question that he won't know until someone hits him. He's going to have to get in a game situation. It won't be easy, especially if it's Fort Worth.
Tell you what, he has the guts of a burglar, though.
Yeah, he does. No, he's rough, and he's in this game right now. We know it's different. What we don't know is how they will fare in the second half and be responsive to it. You only get one shot in life to be undefeated. This is a special club, you know, and I think they've got the potential to do it all, but they're going to have to definitely take it from the Storm, a proud group that wants to defend its world championship.
And there is Jay Gruden for a couple of touchdowns in the first half. Quite a quarterback. Tampa Bay really late in getting out of their locker room. I mean, Orlando was on the field a full 5 minutes before Tampa Bay. Las Vegas losing right at the very end to Arizona 51-46. Massachusetts besting Milwaukee by 14, and Albany takes Charlotte 52-28. Many of you may have seen that Albany game on the Deuce where Mike Perez threw for 4 touchdowns, now has 63 on the year. And hey, there is Mr. Predator.
There he is. Boy, they let that guy out of the jungle.
They let him out of the cage.
He even looks worse up in their place. They got a really nice place to play football in the jungle.
Well, Orlando won the first half toss of the coin and elected to defer to the second half, so they'll be receiving. And the kick is a high one by Lazecki and will be taken by Herky Walls, who tries to skip to the outside and then is calf roped by the defensive back, who comes on to do a great job, Bobby Bird.
Yeah, it's a tough deal. You know, Bobby Bird, real good athlete. He's 200 pounds, and they had Rusty Russell on him, who's 310 pounds, trying to block him on the return. That matchup won't work for Orlando.
And Duke Togman comes out of at quarterback. He's out of Hershey, Illinois. Started his college career at Illinois, then transferred to Colorado. Now playing in the Arena Football League, just his second start. And he throws wide to Billy Owen just to get himself comfortable. And Billy Owen skips for a couple and almost gets the first down. Man, he eluded like 4 Storm tacklers. And that was one concern of Larry Kuharich, who said we had a problem tackling last week.
Well, you mentioned it about tackling, about arm tackling. And one guy, Billy, has some unusual skills once he catches the football. Very simple deal. Spot pass, blocked there by Walls. Herky Walls comes in, another block there by Barry Wagner. That's the difference on it. And see, they don't quit. There he is again. Another block by Herky Walls. And that's the difference in it. Tenacity.
Tobin will pitch the football to Jerry Odom, who runs upfield, and Jerry Odom is gone. Look at this.
The pit bull. You will not see this often. A fullback on a jailbreak against a club with good team speed. Clear jailbreak. Again, Wagner with a nice block. The flow is against him. He cuts back grade. Who's that remind you of, Fizz?
John Riggins.
There you go. Maybe
Rick Walker throwing the critical block.
Yeah, right. Let me say this to you. When these fullbacks don't get a lot of praise, they really don't. That is, he will keep that film. He will show that to his kids for generations to come.
Seminavilla has it blocked. And we're going to remain tied at 20, and then a late flag. A very late flag. We may have had an outside rusher offside. Now, you cannot have an outside rusher in this league anyway, but I'm not sure. Yep. That's where the penalty came from.
A couple of rules that make this game unique.
Yeah, this is Garner's first game in the Arena Football League, so you have to forgive him. But was he really rushing? I thought he was kind of floating outside the left side.
Yeah, he got around the edge. And now
he's the guy who floated in, got the block.
Change the strategy now. They decided to tee it up and go for the deuce.
Let's see if Tobin keeps it and runs it in himself. He pitches it to Odom, and Odom is sliding in. Well, it comes up perfect. They get to 2. And they have the lead. Jerry Odom with the touchdown and the point after, and Orlando is back in front by a pair.
Question. Name Motor Trend's 94 Truck of the Year. What truck offers overall the most powerful lineup of engines on the planet and is only at your Dodge dealer? Answer, Dodge Ram. Now get to work. For all the answers, see your nearest Dodge dealer. Question. Name the only midsize club cab with an available V8, more total room than Ranger and S10, and is only at your Dodge dealer? Answer, Dodge Dakota. A little bigger, a lot better. For all the answers, see your nearest Dodge dealer.
Get out your love beats, put on your bell bottoms. You could be going to Woodstock 94. Aerosmith, Metallica, Crosby, Stills & Nash, over 20 different bands, 2 solid days of musical entertainment, and all live on pay-per-view. Call your local cable company now to order, and then listen to 103.5 The Fox for your chance to win trips to the event, a Gibson guitar, or one of 10 Woodstock packages, including a free showing, poster cap, and more. Peace, love, and music. It's the silver anniversary of the legendary event, Woodstock 94 on pay-per-view.
Orlando went into the locker room down by 6. They now lead by 2, only taking a minute and a half off the clock. Last night, Eddie Brown of the Albany Firebirds did this. 99 catches. This was number 100, the first player in Arena Football League history to catch 100 passes in one season. And this was number 101, his 48th touchdown. That also a record. 3 touchdowns in the night. And Eddie Brown, 7 catches on the evening, 101 for the year, 48 scores, both Arena Football League records. He has really been special. We'll have a chance to watch him on the Deuce next week.
Well, that last
Albany hosts Las Vegas.
Aaron McNair threw a dart on that last touchdown. That was a great throwing catch.
Seminavilla, it's a high one. And LaFrance has no chance on it as it hits behind the bar, and it will be Tampa Bay football at their own 5-yard line, down by 2 points. only took Orlando 2 plays, but Jerry Odom's longest run of the year, 35 yards, has given the Predators the lead. They're trying for their 12th straight win this year. No team has gone completely through the season, winning every game. Gruden completes it. About an 8-yard gain to Bobby Bird. Gruden, pocket breaks down, threw underneath, and Bird with the catch in the first down. And for a second I thought he trapped it, but apparently Bobby with an excellent diving catch.
Gruden again under pressure. He's a tough guy. I mean, he won't falter on you, but to have Rusty Russell that time got the hit. Burnett, Russell, Jackie Walker, Drakes, Isaac Williams, Dixon.
You ready? Let's go. Gold, left trip zoom, 446 sting, key easy up. On height, ready? You got it?
Okay, decode that, Doc.
Well, they're going to try to get LaFrance on up. Leave the Bird on out and up.
They lost me on Zoom. Well, here's Zoom, and it's Bobby Bird going the distance. Eddie Brown was open, but Bobby could not find him.
Offensive lineman downfield on that.
Well, you can have one offensive lineman downfield. That's got to be the guy who declares himself as the tight end. You know, Bird's a good man to go to. Here's a guy who was a junior college All-American quarterback at Northwestern Junior College in 1988.
Well, he looks good. I mean, check the form out. Not bad at all. I like when those guys stretch that arm out. He's high on it. He had 2 receivers open.
It is against the defense. Automatic first down. And now at the 24-yard line inside Predator territory.
Gold left, 51, Sion, Y out. On first down, ready?
Gruden under pressure again, barely misses Eddie Brown. He looped it over the outstretched arms of Barry Wagner, and Brown just could not hold on.
That's the benefit of being 6'2", 6'3". That's one thing that their DBs have. They force you, trajectory of the ball has got to be up and over.
You know what Larry Herrick was saying about Jay Gruden? He said, I wrote a letter to every coach in the NFL on Gruden. Only 6 answered. And I can't believe there is not a place for him. He is such a great winner. He doesn't have the best arm. He doesn't have the greatest wheels, but he can break down the defense, and he can win. Tampa Bay running the football on 2nd and 10. They gained 2. And again, it was Webby Burnett, big number 78, getting up off the tackle.
I like what former Dallas Cowboy and head coach of the Rattlers, Arizona Rattlers, said about him. He's the toughest quarterback in arena football. And that's the ultimate respect, to know a guy will sit in there no matter how much pressure you put under him and hit the big pass.
You know, we were talking about Mike Perez last night. Only sacked 8 times this year. He's been sacked 20 times, and that was with a wounded shoulder. He also had the bursa sack that had exploded on his right elbow, and he has not missed a game this year. Oh, there's that little cadence that drew off Burnett again.
Non-rhythmic, baby. One thing about, Albany's offensive line, one of the best that we've seen. They work very, very well together.
Sides, number 78 on the defense. 3-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And really only have 1 or 2 true offensive linemen. The key to this game is to have defensive players that you convert to offensive linemen. And that's why their staff deserves really a pat on the back for really getting that thing done.
Now it's 3rd down and 6 from the Orlando 20-yard line.
Going left.
Gruden in terrible pursuit by Orlando, throws it with his left hand away. Oh man. You know who's the only quarterback I've ever heard who has done that? It's Tom Foley, who's a infielder in Major League Baseball. He's played with Montreal and Pittsburgh, but he throws with his right hand. He was a
Well, they tell me Jurgensen has done that as well, a Washington Redskin quarterback. Here you see he's rolling right. Here he goes, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. So he reverses field. He's looking for some friends. There is nobody downfield. That's the bad news. And here he looks, and you see right over here on his side, he said, hey, I got a friend. So I'm going to try to get the ball up, but it goes to a fan. And by the way, you catch a ball here in arena football, you get to take it home.
Well, on 4th down, they say we're not going for the field goal. We're going for it all. And Gruden is back to throw. It's a touchdown to Bobby Bird. Great coverage.
Well, you talk about it. We've said winner, toughness, just skated out of the pocket, thrown with his left hand on one play. This time he gets it up. How often do you see someone out-jump Rockmore and Wagner for a score? That's not supposed to happen. Great placement of football.
Bobby Bird with his 10th receiving touchdown, his 12th overall this year, and the point after touchdown is good from Lazecki. Hey, we're back and forth. This is like a good tennis match. And right now, the advantage, Tampa Bay.
What is it about cars and Shell? What is it that makes Shell the world's best-selling gasoline? Perhaps it's just chemistry. Shell, the world's best-selling gasoline.
Get creative at Red Lobster. Create your own shrimp dinner, just $9.99.
Choose any 3 kinds of shrimp you love best, or try something new. Create your own shrimp dinner, just $9.99 for a short time.
At Red Lobster.
Bobby Bird with his 2nd touchdown of the night has given Tampa Bay a 5-point lead here in the 3rd quarter with 7:25 to play. And just because the Major League Baseball players are on strike doesn't mean we're not going to bring you baseball. Michael Jordan, will he play? Won't he play? Well, it's the Birmingham Barons against the Memphis Chicks, Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Barons are the AA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox, and the Chicks are the AA affiliate of the Kansas City Royals. That's 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 on the West Coast. It hits the top of the crossbar and goes over, and that means Orlando must start their offense from the 5-yard line. A late flag came out.
Push behind the back.
Well, I'm not sure if it was that or if someone was inside the 5-yard area.
Yeah. You're going to be, the ball gets hung up in the net.
But if the ball is going over the iron,
no way not
you still
to
have to wait?
Yeah, got to wait. That's a tough one.
There is no flag, no flag. Touchback, first down on the 5-yard line.
And that's probably because it was going over the other side of the bar.
Great, no call. I mean, it's a judgment deal. You're doing it to protect the return man. But if he can't get his hands on the football, no call.
7-play drive. It took 6:13 off the clock, and that is what is important to keep the Orlando offense off the field. They're on there now, and Duke Tobin back to throw. He wings it right, and he's got a 5-yard gain up to the 10, and that was Billy Owens.
I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's got to happen sooner or later that Barry Wagner steps in and says, hey, Duke, get me the ball. And at that point, they got a chance to take their offense to a new level.
I'll tell you what, Barry Wagner only with 2 catches tonight for 32 yards. And both were critical plays on 3rd down, where it was that high arching pass. But other than that, they have rarely gone to number 82. Tracy Sanders has been on him most of the night. They throw to Barry. He makes the catch and is hauled down, but not until he gets the first down. Only his third catch this evening, and the guy who is the likely winner of the Arena Football League Ironman of the Year.
Nice little move. That's a freeze. You kind of fake the yo-yo. Hopefully you get somebody to jump. If not, the defender is off. It allows you some separation, and then again, look at that size.
Yeah, they list him at 215, but he told us he's more like 235.
Try 240.
They're going to run right. McGowan powering his way up past the 20 near the 22-yard line. And that was the same call on their first offensive possession of the third quarter, where Jerry Odom, number 34, their other fullback, took it 35 yards for a touchdown.
Good. Pitbull, you know, and Rambo, these two guys, great tandem. And as we mentioned at halftime, they would come out and try to reestablish a ground attack, try to wear a little bit on the Storm. They're bigger than Tampa, so that's what you want to do, lean on some guys.
On second down, Tobin wide open. Barry Wagner, he will score. How did one of the very best players in this league get that far open?
It's happened twice in this game. Some of it may just be the nature of, let's watch it. Inside receiver on a crossing route. Okay, if you have 3 receivers going down, first of all, you've got Owens, you've got Walls. Somebody blew his coverage. Someone has blown the coverage on that. Now, you might have to think Tracy Sanders is trying to recover. Maybe he thought Gardner would be somewhere in the vicinity, or he missed his jam. And if the deep safety thinks you're going to slow a receiver up with contact and you don't get contact, this is what happens.
And he is one of the very best. He now has 38 touchdowns in the year. The league leader, the guy who scored 3 last night, Eddie Brown of Albany, with 48 on the season, an Arena Football League record. They are going for 2 points. And Tobin rolling out down the middle. Wagner again, his 5th catch. And his 3rd on this drive. There still is a flag down back at the 9-yard line.
Excessive roughness, I think. Maybe on the quarterback. Yeah,
and a personal foul, roughing the passer, 78 on the defense.
That's Sylvester Bembry.
Sylvester playing the outside run there. It's like a sucker. You see it. Oh, that's too late. Yeah, that's bad. That's almost warrants maybe throwing a guy out of a game. That's not good.
Get tuned to a world with its very own wavelength, where mountains are made of liquid. Gravity never gets in the way. Life is for the moment. Every ride's for real. Now say goodbye. Hot Summer Nights with Elle McPherson, Monday at 8:30 on ESPN.
A terrific game here at the Thunderdome in St. Petersburg, Florida, where it's 33-30, Orlando with the lead. And here's the playoff picture. Orlando is already the top seed. Albany is the number 2 seed. Then it's Arizona, Massachusetts, and Tampa Bay. Charlotte, even though they lost last night, backs in, and Las Vegas also in the picture. Las Vegas and Albany will meet on ESPN2 next Friday. Here's George LaFrance in the return, out to the 9-yard line, and then slammed down by Paul McGowan.
And we probably don't preface enough about Ironman football. Guy comes in, runs the ball well as a fullback, and he's on special teams. Then he goes and plays linebacker, scoring drive, 313 on it, 45 yards. Again, Wagner. We mentioned when Wagner got more involved in the offense, their productivity would escalate. But the real sense of this game, you know, with the exception of the offensive specialist and the kicker and the quarterback, everybody goes both ways. And that's one thing we really have to stress and hope people get a real feel for.
Barry Wagner now at cornerback. Oh, he's off to the sideline right now. And there's a fumble in the play, and Jake Groot covers up at the 2-yard line.
Well, these guys are pushing and shoving and pointing fingers, and you got an undefeated season on the line. You know, a quest for a championship. the proud defending champion, trying to regain, you know, their composure. We had a trip by Gruden in the first half. This time we simply have a lot. He loses the ball. There's Ishmael, who's at center now, trying to spread out to get his block.
Now they've got 48 yards to go on 2nd down and 13. Gruden wings it over the middle. He had pressure again from the inside defensive lineman. And that was Eric Drakes.
What are you guys doing? Come in there. Who'd you run into? We got to protect here. We're going on freeze, all right? Freeze. Freeze. We're going to go right. Right. 59, X on, Y out. On freeze. Ready? You got to get the first down. No.
He does not have his first team wide receivers. Maybe that's the confusion. Lawrence Samuel and Jeff Mays now in the game. On 3rd down, Gruden looking. LaFrance, did he catch the ball? No. It would have been near a first down, but he juggled it before he went out of bounds.
Not a good series for him at all. Here Gruden sliding. See, that pressure is what gets you. That time Webby Burnett, Victor Hall, who leads the league in sacks, clearly out of bounds. And there's a trip to the dasher board. What a penalty in this game. Receivers, DBs have it tough.
Now you have to wonder, is this the time that Orlando has broken serve? They scored the touchdown. They have the 3-point lead, and they put a stop to the Tampa Bay offense, which has been so strong tonight.
I might want to pooch kick this one. I don't know.
Well, it certainly will not be long enough, and it gives Herky Walls a chance for an excellent return.
Well, they're lucky he kind of juggled it, I think.
And Herky gets out of bounds across the 10-yard line.
They dodged a bullet. He catches that thing clean. He's got at least 5, 6, 7 yards to really get some momentum. And it's dangerous. He should be closing in right now on that record. He needed 48 yards to start the game in return yardage to get him over 3,000. So he should be getting pretty close. You know, he also has a consecutive games. He's like 48 games now. So he's caught at least one pass or more in his career.
Well, he caught one earlier in this game, so it's 49 straight.
49.
Well, they say Herky stepped out at the 11-yard line. Chris Ford is in the game. Barry Wagner's back in the game, and Herky will go to the top of your screen wide right. They need to get pressure on Tobin, who has too much time again. And there's a flag.
That was blatant.
And Ford was held, and quite badly by Eddie Brown, who knew he was guilty all the way.
Yeah, that was blatant. And if it is, he may have gotten away with it because he holds him early on. You like to see the eyes. This time, I think Duke telegraphs a little, lets him know maybe it's a little fake pump. You watch down here at the bottom. See, they're mixed up. And here it is right there. That's one where he has no way of seeing that. But if you make that little push, and if you can get your hand back, and sometimes the refs don't see the inside arm. But that was blatant. See, Tampa Bay, as you start to sense momentum now, the crowd is kind of simmered down. They had a lot going for them with that big 50-yard kick at half. Now that's gone. They're back to playing neutral.
Well, Duke had the 3 picks in the first half. He has not made an error here in the second half. And now with 1:12 remaining in the third quarter, Tobin is back to throw. And that pass was underthrown, but he was feeling the heat, the pressure on the outside. The Gill linebacker for Tampa Bay really came in strong, and that may have been
well, they had
Robert Lyles.
Yeah, Lyles and Lorenzo Graham, who they have at the down linebacker spot or lineman spot. They are trying to get a matchup advantage, putting a smaller guy, Graham 217 pounds, going up against, you know, the likes of Drakes, who's 300 pounds. And what they hope to gain on this is a quickness.
Tobin again with too much time. Ford was open, makes the catch, first down. He went out of bounds at the 13-yard line. The ball was tipped by a defender. Ford still had the great hands to adjust and bring it home.
Boy, great concentration. Great concentration. Here we watch again. Tobin back, look in the eyes. See, he's looking you off. I like that. And he waits for it to develop. The play is happening right there. You know, he's going to clear and end up here. The tip, ball there. And you watch this. That's the old tip drill. You've done it every day from high school on. It usually pays off 3 or 4 times in the course of a whole career. That was one.
Well, we played 3 quarters here in St. Petersburg, Florida at the Thunderdome. And right now, the Predators lead by 3.
Fresh baked bread, piled with extra lean, juicy ham. Oven roasted turkey breast, topped with the classic taste of...
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
But of course. Introducing Subway's new Turkey and Ham Dijon. Turkey, ham, and the great taste of Grey Poupon mustard, now for a limited time on your choice of rolls. At Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
After you shave, now there's comfort to the power of 3. It's Soothing Edge Aftershave with 3 soothing formulas for 3 specific skin types. An aloe formula that's alcohol-free to soothe sensitive skin. Extra moisturizers to soothe if your skin is dry. And a cool vitamin E splash for normal skin. Soothing better than ever with the power of 3. Edge Aftershave Skincare for men. Ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
You're the fantasy girl, aren't you?
There's a fine line
It's exactly what I am.
between desire
Charming chameleon with a scorpion's tail.
and deception.
One of my patients was killed last night. How did you get in here?
And if he crosses it,
You've fallen into a trap.
there's no turning back.
People are getting killed around here.
Bruce Willis,
I think I might be next.
Color of Night, rated R. Starts Friday, August 19th.
Technology is not the end of competition. It merely raises the bar 1 inch higher, 1 second faster. Technology is the mind pushing the limits of muscle. Brave new shoes.
Steve Physiak, Doc Walker back in St. Petersburg, Florida at the Thunderdome. And Orlando has a 3-point lead at 33-30 begin the 4th quarter, and Duke Tobin has him on the move again. Injured quarterback Ben Bennett out until next week, and Tobin back to throw. He completes the pass to Odom, who slides down at the 9-yard line.
That's one of those legal picks. Very close on that. Barry Wagner on the outside. And what you'll see coming up right now in your screen, there's Wagner right to your right. And you get a little pick and a fullback. Now, here, once again, we've had Odom, we've had McGowan. These guys catch the ball, they run the ball, they're on special teams, and they're great linebackers.
Odom right now will line up, remain in the game as the fullback. 2 receivers off to the right side, Wagner and Owens. Tobin again with plenty of time, looping it. Touchdown, Billy Owens. His 16th touchdown this year. And I'll tell you what, it's all the offensive line, because Tobin has had all day to look for his receivers.
Well, that was tuxedo protection on that one. And Billy ran an outstanding route.
Explain tuxedo protection.
Well, tuxedo protection means those guys that make a lot of money, those quarterbacks, get those commercials, they can sit back here all day long and throw. What you didn't get a chance to see was Owens run a real good circle, nice hook, come out of his break roll on a slant. Yeah, tuxedo, good quarterbacks, man, these guys.
Orlando has their biggest lead of the game, and Semidavilla misses off to the left side. So Orlando with a 9-point lead on the opening moments here in the 4th quarter. They have come 90 miles from Central Florida to say in your face to Tampa Bay.
Can you find the Oldsmobile in this picture? We'll give you another try. Here's a hint. It's competition red, has 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, and a hot V6 engine. It's the Achieva Sport Coupe. Surprise? It's your money.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Play me out this bad kick. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me over base and make a
Hey, you get a tough case of athlete's foot, the itching, the cracking, the burning. You want a medicine that acts tough. Boom! Tough Actin Tinactin. Clinically proven Tinactin cures even tough cases of athlete's foot fungus. Get Tough acting, tenactin'.
Arena Football on ESPN is brought to you by Rydell, the official helmet and protective equipment supplier of Arena Football. And by Prescription Strength Lotrimin, AF for Athlete's Foot. It's the killer cure. Steve Physiak, Doc Walker again, and the Thunderdome in Tampa, Florida. Better than 22,000 fans on hand, and Cimaravilla will be kicking off to George LaFrance, who is a good 8 yards deep in his end zone, and that was a great kick by Cimaravilla. So that means Tampa Bay must start their offense from the 5-yard line. Well, they broke serve, and now they've got the 10-point lead, their biggest of the game, or the 9-point lead, excuse me.
You know, it just makes you see. We mentioned early on it would come down to the fourth quarter. Their size, their strength, they wear on you. Now Coach Kuharich and his group, they have a challenge. They've got to answer this. Nice scoring drive, not pretty. Once again, they just pound you in. That offensive line deserves credit for holding on to the ball for 3 minutes.
And Gruden, who has been under tremendous pressure all day, has moved them within 9 points, but he needs help. And a good run here by Travis Pearson, his fullback, who is out of Alabama State, played college football last year, also was a shortstop on their baseball team.
Yeah, good player, but that doesn't warrant you spinning the ball. You're down by 9 points. Chicolo out leading that block, and this is what they're going to have to do. Mix it up. The run helps you set up play action.
But it was a good gain of 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Gruden again throwing wide, but with pressure on him again, Derwood Rockmore breaks it up and almost came up with his 2nd interception of the game.
Piece of fucking garbage.
And Eddie Brown coming back to the line of scrimmage. Jay Gruden upset. He may have thought that he should have come back a little earlier.
Well, there's Rockmore. This guy's been in the league a long time. He's an ambassador. Players love him. Would like to one day be in the front office, maybe of Arena Football. He said he'd like to take it either off the field and coach or do something in the administration.
Now from the 13-yard line, it is 3rd and 1, and a flag is down.
We had contact. I think the Predators will have to bring this one back.
Bernard Clark was the man who stripped the ball. It's against the defense of Tampa Bay.
Illegal procedure on the defense. They batted the ball while it was on the ground. 3-yard penalty. First down.
Webby, center is going to understand that. Yeah, you can't get away with that. What he's going to say is that, hey, I saw his fingers clench. You know, those fingers squeeze on the ball. And they're starting to try to run it in now. It's really important that Gruden settles down and gets this club.
He's doing that quick 3-step drop because the pressure's been on him.
He's got to.
Yeah, you know, in the fourth quarter, Orlando has, two deep, outstanding offensive and defensive line, and they can rest those guys, and they're the same people, it seems like.
Absolutely. And they
same kind of ability.
Eric Kuharich, he's thinking he's a Spartan. He won't give up on this deal. He understands that this club needs a score, and they need it quick. Got to get the ball to LaFrance. You got Wagner, 2 game breakers on both sides. You've got to get the ball in the hands of your money players.
But Billy Owens is picking him up, and they're playing a little zone. And Gruden is hit, and it pass is almost intercepted by Bernard Clark just as Gruden was delivering. He didn't have enough on the throw. So it'll be a 3rd down and 2.
Well, we talked about the fourth quarter and the significance of it. See, there's Odom. They're still coming. And there's a pocket. Looks pretty clean, but at the end, see, you finish your rush strong. Guys getting those hands up really makes an advantage. They're all big. They're 6'5", 6'6". The game's starting to wear on you.
And this game is really worn on Jay Gruden. He's only been sacked a couple of times in this game. But I tell you what, he has been hit about 15 times after he has thrown the football, and that will begin to take its wear and tear. We told you this is the healthiest he's been all year, but he started the season with a 1st-degree separation of his shoulder. And Larry Kuharich,
he's calling for that. I'd hate to be the kid he's calling for.
George, get it wide.
Might have some blood on him. Maybe if a player got cut, you got to get him out for a play.
Yeah, Jeff Mays, who was the hero of last year's upset in the playoffs of Orlando, is in the game number 89.
Right. Let's go. Gold right. 50. C on. X under. Y flag. On hike. Ready?
They've got to get this playoff quickly because only 7 seconds remain on the 25-second clock.
They'll need those TOs.
No. No. Say hike.
Just did get it off with 1 second to spare. And Mays is the man with the catch and then steps out of bounds. Man, did Bernard Clark drill him as he tried to get up, and Larry Kuharich saying, hey, wait a second. He came up through him, and there should be a personal foul.
They threw the bone on him. There's Stevie Thomas. You got to look for a call, but bottom line is you're going to have to beat these guys in regulation.
All Bernard had to do is touch his man.
Well, of course. Here again, not real good. This has not been a good drive at all. Pressured once again. He gets it out. Mays is stumbling. He's bumbling around. He's out of bounds there. Hey, he's swinging his arms through. That's good tackle. Hey, he's a defensive player. What do you expect?
So from the 18-yard line, they pick up the important first down. And Gruden again cut the help crumbles on the offensive line, and Bobby Bird trying to come back for the football. It's incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Well, he's throwing off the back foot, stumbling every play now. That big defensive line is starting to pressure, and what they do is they take up space and allow that back linebacker to rush through and get a clean run.
Larry Kuharich watching that clock. It's inside 9 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in this football game, with Orlando 11-0 to start the game, trying to become the only team in Arena Football League history to go an entire regular season unbeaten. They lead by 9. Gruden again, the 3-step drop, and LaFrance gets to the 10. He'll still be 2 yards shy of a first down.
Yeah, may have hurt himself on that, trying to make a big play. You know, Kuharich was really real candid with us. Didn't really care so much about knocking him out of the street. He did not want to lose a game going into the playoff. He thought it was real important to have a victory as you get set to try to get to Arena Bowl.
Remember Tony La Russa's Chicago White Sox when they won the American League West, and everybody said they won ugly? This drive, they're winning ugly. They're moving forward, but it's not been a thing of beauty.
Not at all.
Tony is from this Tampa area. Here's Gruden back to throw. Completes it, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
I think he's got it.
Again, he barely gets it off, and the coverage is just not there in time. I mean, maybe a hair late, and that ball's intercepted.
You know, they're late with the football. They just have no rhythm at this point. Ball's got to go now. See, when you're late on it, he's lucky that Rock didn't have a clean break. Here's the #1 guy in interception history of Arena football.
Well, Jay Gruden comes from a tough football family. His dad has coached everywhere. Right now he's a scout with the San Francisco 49ers. His brother, John, is with the Green Bay Packers, a receivers coach. And Pearson fell down as he approached the line of scrimmage, and there's a flag down on the opposite side.
Rockmore was literally in the backfield.
On the defense, 3-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And that's the safety. He was offsides. How often do you see a safety offsides? Because he can't blitz in this league.
That's my first time.
So that's a 3-yard penalty to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal.
Watch the top of your screen. There you see Rockmore. He's actually in the backfield.
Or maybe he thought he was supposed to be in motion.
Whatever he thought was wrong.
He was guessing run.
Yeah. You won't see Rock make many errors.
No.
Not at all.
34 years old. He is a true veteran. The all-time interception leader in this league's history with 50. LaFrance, not much there. No, a 3-yard loss.
Well, you know, Steve, it hurts you so much when you don't get lined up properly and you allow the defense to get recognition. They pay attention to you when your quarterback's yelling, hey, get over there. And all of a sudden, you know, they focus on you. Kills you.
And Kuharich's offensive linemen with Chickalo and Dalkey and Joe March have been on the field for about a 6-minute drive here. He doesn't want to come up with 3. He needs that 6-7 points.
Get the end first.
2nd and goal from the 6. Gruden play action. He's in trouble again. Touchdown! Jeff Mays. And Gruden created that one.
All you can say is winner. Guy is an absolute winner. Now you watch Gruden. This time, a soft roll. It's almost like a waggle. He gets chased out of the pocket. He's rolling. This is where great quarterbacks just elevate their play. How often have you seen those highlights of old number 16? And you know what I'm talking about. Montana, roll right, look for a receiver, wait for him to get open. The smart ones come back to the football. Jeff did it, and they got him a touchdown.
Jay Gruden, I'm not sure what the message was from official Jack Baker.
With Baker, one can only wonder.
Mays, great job, baby. Way to get open.
After the kickoff.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on Gruden. And look at Jay. He is absolutely exhausted.
And he's not even a two-way player.
Down.
Yeah. Guy's only going one way.
Lazecki for an important point after to cut it to 2, and it's good. So it's 39-37. Stay with us here at the Thunderdome in St. Petersburg, Florida. We got a great one.
Question. Name the 94 automobile of the year. What comes nicely equipped for around $13,000 and is only at your Dodge dealer? Answer, Dodge Neon. Now go have some fun. For all the answers, see your nearest Dodge dealer. Question. What car changed everything? What truly remarkable car comes at a price you can afford and only at your Dodge dealer? Answer, Dodge Intrepid. I'll bet you knew that. For all the answers, see your nearest Dodge dealer.
If you admire authentic Southwestern furniture, crafts, and religious arts, visit the Chili Harvest Festival at Denver Botanic Gardens August 26th to 28th. The Chili Harvest Festival will gather the finest Hispanic artisans from New Mexico and Colorado to demonstrate their skills. Furniture makers, tin workers, santeros, ceramicists, quilters, and others will share their tradition in a setting as beautiful as the floating gardens of Montezuma. With Mexican food, unique salsa tastings, and nonstop entertainment all 3 days, the Chili Harvest Festival at Denver Botanic Gardens will entertain your entire family.
Tampa Bay has cut Orlando's lead to 2, 39-37. Here's Jay Gruden at quarterback. But did wide receiver Jeff Mays almost make it a non-touchdown?
He almost did. He has scored. He comes back out. Boy, if he trips there, it would have been his worst nightmare. But he has the wherewithal to get back in. He also picked up a block. There was Birdman coming back to chip.
Well, here we go again with Orlando and Tampa Bay. 5:59 left in this game. This is the 10th meeting between these two teams, and Orlando has the series edge at 6-3. 4 of the 9 games have been decided by 7 points or less, and 2 of the games came in the semifinals with the winner advancing to the Arena Bowl. Herky Walls on the return. He'll reverse his field, and that means trouble. And a flag goes down.
Well, Herky may have had the record on that and then lost it.
An illegal block.
On the receiving team.
Kills you.
Eric Drakes. So there'll be 2 penalties. Remember the personal foul on the Gruden smash into the wall by the defense of Orlando.
Good point. Yeah, this never works in this league. Nice hit by Wagner, though.
Tough back, half the distance to the goal. And we have a personal foul, roughing the passer. 73 carryover, another half the distance to the goal. First down.
Jack's running out of pipe, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But
a lot of calls.
He's got good reason to, because this has been a wonderful game here at the Thunderdome. Inside 6 minutes to play, and Orlando unbeaten at 11-0 this year, with a 2-point lead and with the football on their own 1-yard line. And this crowd is roaring. Tobin looping it long, wide open. Walls, was he out of bounds? Yes. Incomplete. The defensive back fell down.
And there's no margin for error this field. We've been on this field. You look at it, less than 1 yard. Tobin's looking all the way. This is where he wants to go with the football. And then you can see about right there, he's out of bounds. Ball is coming right there. Nice catch. There's the foot. He's out of there.
2nd and 10 from the 1 yard line. Owens with a nice grab to the 6 yard line. That's all. They
Nice
need
tackle.
to get to the 11 for a first down.
You mentioned last, you know, and Coach Kaharick, we know Larry O'Rourke hated it. They've really improved so far this quarter.
Here you go, here you go. Let's go left, high zoom, 500 read on 2, ready? Let's go, let's go.
Young man has been in playoff situations before. He led Hershey High School to the Illinois State Championship. This is a big game in the Arena Football League. 4:25 to play.
That reads to Wagner.
Incomplete. There's the late flag, and it looked like it should have been pass interference. It goes against Latrod Garner.
Second play on Latrod now, and it's tough. You get into the emotions of the ball game. But as a defensive back, you have to know in your mind whether or not the ball was catchable.
Well, Latrod had an excellent first half with 2 interceptions.
8 yards, first down.
A lot of judgment in the game. There's a break. Ball is there. He gets a hand on it. I mean, you think if a guy gets a hand on it, what we don't see is the back of him. Sometimes those DBs will push that guy in the back. That was close. I say let him play on that. That's good football play.
Regardless, it's first down from just across the 13. Tobin again with so much time. Incomplete. Oh, it was Tracy Sanders all over Barry Wagner.
Well, see, those plays work for him. You know, Ben Bennett has made a living by tossing that ball up, putting a little loft on it, and have a guy like Wagner go out and get it. See, again, hands on him. The key is to, you know, throw off his stride. Now, here's Wagner. He's licking his chops. He's saying, that ball's mine. Not the big case. Tracy says, I don't think so. Tracy's playing a heck of a football game.
He really has. I mean, his chore is to take Barry Sanders. Sanders with 5 catches and 71 yards. He held him to just 2 catches in the first half. Tobin is sacked at the 2-yard line. Gerald Jeffcoat, whose brother Jim plays for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, my goodness. Give me the sound effect on that one once again. Play that again, Sam, over and over and over. Jeffcoat with a gorilla hit. This is the kind of defensive linemen live for it. You wait on this. Nice slip right at the line on Burnett. Here McGowan comes in, gets a block. This guy splits the double team. 2 blockers. He's King Kong. And there's the Rydell right under the chin, baby. Sometimes you get stitches out of that. As a defensive lineman, you go nuts over that.
2:37 to play. This is a big 3rd down. And 20 yards to go. Tobin going for the home run. It's intercepted. The 3rd interception for Latrod Garner tonight in his very first Arena Football League game.
Can you imagine? And Roland Crawford is injured.
Didn't make it to the big dance last year. I need to hit something. I need a little foot action, a little foot action, a little foot action.
Jerry.
Reggie?
You really should find a healthier way to deal with your anxieties.
Air Mission and Air Alpha by Nike. Get them at over 400 foot action stores nationwide.
If your bacon cheeseburger isn't flame broiled, fire it.
Welcome to Burger King.
And get a new flame broiled Bacon Mega Supreme. The new Bacon Mega Supreme is a 3rd pound of beef broiled over an open flame. And flame broiling beats frying 4-to-1. 2 patties smothered in hot, crispy bacon, melted cheese, lettuce, and tomato. So if it's fried, it ought to be fire. Get the new flame broiled Bacon Mega Supreme. More great taste for more great value. Only at Burger King.
Larry Kuharich has done a wonderful job. He is the man who spoiled Orlando Predators' hopes last year. semifinals of the Arena Football League, and he beat them 55-52. And Orlando does not want to have that unsavory distinction of being the best Arena Football League team never to win a championship.
You saw Lynn Bradford was also one of the assistant coaches. He has 5 championship rings in 6 years.
Z-Go. On hike, ready?
You know, it helps. Peduto, we mentioned with him, Detrick Wise. These guys have been there.
Orlando leads by 2. 2:14 to play. And Brown can't hold on as a pass a little bit too wide, but Gruden again under great pressure from big number 44, Paul McGowan.
I can't say enough about those 2 fullbacks, man. I really like them.
Going on freeze. Going on freeze. Okay. Right deuce. Right deuce. 59 X on. Y out. Y out. On freeze. Freeze. Ready? 59.
See if they can get a cheap one. Get the Predator to jump offside.
Set! All right, go! Go!
There's a flag.
They got it.
Free play. Gruden is intercepted. Running it in for the touchdown is Barry Wagner, but will they bring it back?
Yes, indeed.
Was the defense offsides? It was the nose tackle. Defense. That would have won the game. Instead,
offside.
It's 3 yards.
87 on the defense. 3-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Well, we heard freeze in the huddle, and that gives him a chance to give that non-rhythmic hut, and it got Victor Hall.
Well, you got me to jump offside.
Jump too. Excuse me, Fizz.
Let's go left deuce. Hot. 59 Z on. Y stop. F flat. On first sound. Ready?
4 times he has got
left deuce, Bird.
Orlando to jump off sides. Again, he has to tell Bobby Bird to switch sides as the wide receiver. 1:04 to play.
Got him.
He's got his man off on the right flat, and down the sideline is Lorenzo Graham, the fullback.
They've got a couple of things they can do on that with Graham. A screen, they've got a hot protection, or a quick. What they're trying to do is isolate, put pressure tight in.
Timing rules are now in effect. Tampa Bay has 3 timeouts left. Orlando has 3 timeouts left.
All right, Fizz, 2-man passing game, tight end fullback. And they just throw where you're not. And they're going to put the onus right now on the inside line, on the Mac backer, Jill backer rather, and Durwood Rockwood, the free safety. Make Rockmore make a decision. 2 gladiators, man. Lawson Herrick.
McGowan's coming on strong. They complete the pass to Bird. He's down the sideline. Bird stepped out of bounds at the 5.
Could you script this any better,
Can
Fizz?
you believe this? What a wonderful game.
We deserve this.
Well, this is where Orlando has been the best this year.
Yep, indeed.
Inside the 10 defensively.
Here's Dalkey over center. You know, Gruden coming back again. He got that relationship. Fullback this time in the backer. Here's the chip block. See, it's an unselfish approach. These guys on both sides getting that extra block. Boy, Bird has really come up strong.
I mean, you don't play for a field goal in this league. When the crossbars are only 9 feet across, you want the 6 points. 51 seconds to go. They'll run it with the fullback. A 3-yard gain to about the 2.5 as Lorenzo Graham took it up the middle.
Timeout, Orlando. That's their first timeout.
Wayne Dixon really put a hit on him.
That was a major hit.
We've got 45 seconds to play. Orlando 11-0 this year in their final regular season game, leads by 2, but here comes Tampa Bay.
To soothe athlete's foot, Desinex does it. But to cure athlete's foot, Desinex does it. Only Desinex has UDA to both soothe the discomfort and kill the fungus. To soothe and cure, Desinex does it all.
Get creative at Red Lobster. Create your own shrimp dinner, just $9.99.
Choose any 3 kinds of shrimp you love best, or try something new. Create your own shrimp dinner, just $9.99 for a short time.
At Red Lobster.
This summer,
Did you find a bomb? Yeah, but not the one we're looking for.
they are America's best hope to stop crime cold. Damon Wayans.
You're going to have to deliver this baby.
Can't do that. We'll have to see her thing.
David Allen Greer.
Kevin, what? Talk lane to the buckle.
I would love to play with you, but now is not the time.
Blank Man.
Slap me around and call me Susan.
Rated PG-13 at theaters Friday.
The two old rivals, Orlando and Tampa Bay, just 90 miles separate these two cities. Larry Kuharich and Perry Moss are the coaches, and Kuharich has seen his team 6-5 coming into this game, drive all the way down to the 3-yard line. Even though Perry's team leads by 2, here we go. Jay Gruden gives the football to his fullback, Lorenzo Graham, for a short gain of possibly a foot, but that's it. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Not a gimme. Unfortunately for the Storm.
Timeout, Orlando. That's their second timeout.
Again, following this ball game, we'll be going to baseball tonight with Chris Myers and Peter Gammons, who will bring us up to date on the strike situation. I know a federal mediator is involved now, and hopefully that strike will be short-lived. Now let's go to the National Conference standings to show why the game important to Tampa Bay. Orlando has the first seed locked up. They already know who they're going to play.
Yeah, they're playing for undefeated, period.
Exactly. They're going for pride. But they want to go into the playoffs with a win under the belt, and Jay Gruden was talking about that before the game with you.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, the thing about it, you know your top quarterback not playing. They get Ben Bennett back. They're a better football team. But they've gone toe-to-toe on the road against a fired-up Storm
in
team.
the end zone. You hear me? You understand it? Block 46, go to the right, and then go back to the left in a flat.
What's great about this league?
Gold.
They'll
Gold.
make it up in the huddle.
Left trip zoom. 946 polecat T delay flat on hike. Ready?
Polecat, and Jay Gruden is tough as one.
Oh yeah.
Raise your hand.
He's telling everybody where to go, man. This is good stuff.
Stand hike.
Play action. It's batted down by Wayne Dixon.
2 big plays for Dixon. They are so good. Predators are the stingiest club in arena football when you get into the red area. They don't give it up.
So it comes down to a kicker, a guy from the University of Saskatchewan, an old hockey player playing in his first Arena Football League game, Mike Lezecki. He played in an exhibition game, but hurt his groin.
Right. Been with him all year. He's got a ton of people over at Regina's Gordon Fitness Club, Saskatchewan, and this place is probably going nuts right now.
From 18 yards out.
Set. Yeah.
He's got it.
Boy, that is pressure, Physiot. That is pressure, my friend.
31 seconds to go. Orlando still has a chance. Down by 1.
Question. What do hockey players do in the summer?
Roller Hockey International.
Question. What's the fastest thing on 8 wheels?
Roller Hockey International. All the action. Hold the ice. Roller Hockey International. On ESPN2.
Mike Lezecki with his biggest field goal in his Arena Football League history, which isn't very much, just one game, and it is not over yet. An 18-yard field goal to give Tampa Bay a 40-39 lead on Orlando. Our Iron Man of this game, Bobby Bird, the defensive back wide receiver, and our player of the game has to go to the man with the 3 interceptions, Latrod Garner. Although you got to give the guts of the game award to Jay Gruden.
Oh, yes, indeed. You know, Chris Drennan, who also kicked for the Storm, and Larry Kuharich said he wanted to find out who was going to kick in the playoffs. Any question about that now?
Here's Lezecki. It is a high kick. Herky Walls has plenty of time for a good return, and here he comes, straight up the middle. Yeah. And Orlando has already excellent field goal position.
What you wanted to happen did not happen.
22 seconds left in this game. Orlando has the ball, down by 1 point.
Plenty of time, Fizz.
Well, you got two very big receivers out there. And Duke Tobin has thrown 4 interceptions this game. Billy Owens is one big receiver at 6'3". The other is Barry Wagner. He goes 6'3".
Got to get pressure.
Owens, the pass is short.
Win, lose, or draw. Predators get major experience in that man right there, Duke Tobin, as they get together after this to try to win it all.
I zoom inside, see choice, run a fade, you got to stack. On two, ready? 500.
They like those fades, as you mentioned, Fizz, that height advantage. They love that matchup.
Go!
26 yards to go for the touchdown. Tobin looping it in the air for Wagner. Intercepted!
It's over.
Eddie Brown.
Boy, Larry O'Rourke is going nuts. Defense, Dietrich Wise. You better believe Pat Peduto. These guys have been there. Lynn Bradford.
There's a flag in the field as Tampa Bay had too many players in the field, but hey, this game is over. All they have to do is have a good snap from center to quarterback and make positive yardage.
Once again, Tobin going for broke, trying to get it in the hands of Barry Wagner. The ball is misplaced. You need a fade on the outside shoulder. It doesn't happen. Brown does 2 great things. 1, positioning. 2, he went up and caught the football.
Let's go. Shit. Let's go left. 32. Let's go left. 21, right, 21 plunge. First down, ready?
They can't figure it out, man. There's a lot of excitement. A lot of emotions going on. It's been a great football game.
Lorenzo Graham. They call timeout with 5 seconds, and I'm sure our fans understand that Jay Gruden has forgotten that he is wearing a microphone, but that is easily understandable.
It's the last thing on his mind now, Fizz, is a microphone. It's a great win for him. Let's preface the fact that Ben Bennett is injured, not playing for Orlando.
He was one of the great quarterbacks for Howard Schnellenberger at Louisville. Set so many records who were later broken by Jeff Brom, who's now with the San Diego Chargers.
All he does is win.
He wants me to keep it.
That's right.
Unfortunately for some people, that's not enough.
It's plenty for the folks in Tampa Bay, St. Pete.
I'm going 10. I'm going 10 right. You block him out. I'm going 10 right, 12. I'm keeping it.
Look at Larry. He's still working the officials.
You get the 10 right at the middle. I'm following you. 10 right, 12. On freeze. Freeze. Ready?
He's just getting ready for the playoffs. Kuharic's just priming things up for the playoffs.
All right, go.
Did he draw him off sides again? Will they have to put 4 seconds or 5 seconds back in the clock?
As long as he doesn't fumble, he can do anything he wants to do at this point. And the big picture of thing for Orlando, yeah, you shatter a undefeated season, but they still got a chance for the playoff. That's their goal.
That's 5 times Jay Gruden.
On the defense, batting the ball on the ground, 3 yards.
Well, they call it batting the ball on the ground, even though Gruden was drawing him off sides again 5 times. His cadence has led to that.
5 seconds.
They will reset it to 5 seconds.
12. All right, 12. On first down, ready?
They got to put that clock back at 5 seconds. Jack Baker, the lead official in the Red Cap, says, wait a second, fellas, we got to have 5 back up there. Oh, hometown
It's a great rivalry.
Oh, it is,
man. You're not going to get a good clock here.
Gruden, he fumbled the ball, leans forward. The clock never started ticking, and now does down to 1, and the game's over.
You got it.
Boy, that clock got started late. Gruden fumbled it. Can you believe the ending of this? But Tampa Bay eliminates Orlando from those teams to go an entire regular season unbeaten.
Kuharic's still after him. I want to see this rematch. Don't miss this rematch. My goodness.
We may see it in the semifinals on ESPN2.
We were the luckiest guys in sports today, Fizz. This was the place to be.
Tampa Bay with a 40-39 win over the Orlando Predators, who finished their regular season at 11-1. They'll head to the playoffs as the #1 seed, but Tampa Bay finishes up in strong fashion. 7 wins and 5 losses. They do what Jay Gruden wanted them to do. Their talented quarterback win heading to postseason.
And guess who they get back? Stevie Thomas will return. They can only get better.
And Ben Bennett will return for the Predators.
Oh, yeah.
The final score tonight, the Orlando Predators 39, Tampa Bay Storm 40. And be sure to join us this Friday night on ESPN2 for the first round of the playoffs starting at 8 o'clock Eastern. Tonight's arena football game has been produced by High Bar Productions. It's Las Vegas against Albany next Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. For Steve Physiak, for Doc Walker, I'm Steve Physiak. Good night, everyone.